Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Hi everybody, welcome back to another day, another episode of the Last Minute Laura morning show. Welcome back. I hope you had a good weekend. I had a good weekend and I am ready, even though I look a little tired because I'm not wearing any face makeup to let you believe that I'm wide awake. I am wide awake. Good morning. Lovely to see you all. Do you like my naturally dyed shirt with eco printing? I thought that flower hammering would be a fun shirt to wear for today because this video is now available for patrons. So if you're a patron, you can watch a video on how I did this flower pounding technique. Also, this entire sweater is actually naturally dyed as well. I dyed all of these yarns with plants. We've got onion, 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 Concord grape and avocado, Concord grape and avocado, black walnut, black walnut, black walnut, English ivy, Japanese maple, and then, what is that called? Queen Anne's lace for the yellowy green. So yeah, an entirely naturally dyed outfit today. Also, yes, good morning, Dawn. Thank you for bringing that up. I finished the baby pants. I consider this the correct pattern. So I made a rough copy where I did it flat, but I find this to be way cuter and also a lot easier, if I'm honest. It was worked in the round and I think it looks really cute. They lay flat like a little pair of pants. The seam, you can still see it. It's not quite invisible, but it's not like offensive. Do you want to come sit on my lap? Come here. Hold on. There you go. Hello, Birdie. Hello, everyone. Looking lovely, Laura. Thank you, Birdie. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Maggie. Good morning, Lita. Good morning, Anne. And good morning, Melanie. Lovely to see you all here this morning. Don't forget, when you come in, if you could click the like button, I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, and it's helpful, and it's easy and free for you. So definitely click the like button. Oh, Thunder's also wearing a handmade sweater today. We are so YouTubers, you and me, huh? Look at you in your outfit. You're so handsome. This is Thunder's handsome little sweater. Here, let me show everybody. Good morning, Slinky. Good morning, cats. Hold on, hold on. There's his little sweater. He's got a little button on the side. Oh, so cute. A little bit of a rolled turtleneck here. So handsome. You know why he needs a sweater today? It snowed yesterday. We got our first, okay, well, Alex would say it didn't snow, but I think it snowed because it was freezing rain, sleeting, wet snow. He's 10 years old, cats. He turned 10 in September. Yes, he's a 10-year-old boy, huh? You little old man? Yeah, you need some extra cuddles because you're old. My poor baby. His life is so hard. He has to just do so many things. He has to go for 3 walks a day, every day, but I'm so small. Today he went pee and poop as soon as he got outside because it's cold, and then he turned back towards the house. And I was like, no, 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 we have to go for a walk. Thank you, Dawn. A Virgo pup, I understand him. Elsie, good morning. Lovely to see you as well. So I actually have a bunch of stuff that I want to work on today. I set it all up last night so that I could work on some fun projects today. I've got a whole bunch going on. So I cleaned my desk, which you might not be able to tell, but there's way fewer items on my desk, and now everything's organized into little piles so I can get started on a couple of different projects. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Come on in, take your shoes off, get a tea. We're going to be here all the way until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so there's lots of time. If you haven't gotten your tea or your breakfast yet, go get it. We'll wait for you. Good morning, Victoria. So excited to finally be able to watch these live. Well, welcome, Victoria. I'm glad you came. And I'm glad you could come live too. Don't forget to click the like button as you come on in, because you're already here, you might as well, and because it helps the channel. Okay, so I have something that I'm working on, or that I want to work on today. I did a little bit of sort of designing last night with it to try and see if I could come up with a shape that I liked for this project. Bertie, I'm making dream catchers today. Oh, that's cool. How are you doing that? Are you doing like a lace doily worked in the round, or are you doing it like the way that I remember doing it at like camp? Like an actual... I don't think that they're done as a crochet item, the actual like dream catcher thing. But are you doing them with crochet, or are you doing them like the other way, the way that in my head I know how to do it? I don't think I could remember. I don't think I actually remember how to do it, but I feel like I know how to do it. Anyway, so if you've been around a while, you've probably seen these rectangles of knitted. I was trying to make a sweater or something. Already drank 2. Sure, I will drink 2 more. Good. Hold on. What am I? Okay, good. Oh, big yawn. It's a crescent moon, and yes, I'm weaving them. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay, so I made these knitted rectangles that I just sort of, they're just a knitted rectangle. I don't know what I'm doing with knitting. I was practicing knitting, but this is naturally dyed yarn, dyed with onion skins as well, both colors. But anyway, last night I was sort of fumbling around, fiddling with them, trying to see if I could get them to sit together in a way that was like kind of like a cowl. And I think that this is the way that I've decided I'm going to put it together. So the way that you're seeing it will be how it sits on your chest. And then it's got a seam up on both of the shoulders. And what I did was I folded one of them in half lengthways. So this is 3 layers thick. We've got the back side and then 2 layers of the front. And then the other shoulder is sewn just 1 like layer thick. And then I feel like it gives this cute texture. And then on the back, you've got like a half poncho, like it goes down on a diamond shape, and then there's this back triangle. I'm gonna stitch that down. But I feel like, what do you think? Do you like it? I feel super into it. It looked really cute on, I was testing it out last night, just sort of moving it around and trying to stitch it together in a couple of, because it's just 2 rectangles and it doesn't really fit together in any way. Like they're not exactly the same shape and size, so they didn't work for just stitching the 2 pieces together. But I think this way, it's kind of cute. I kind of love it, and it'll be good for like indoor, like if it's not cold enough to wear a sweater, but it's cool enough that you'd like a scarf kind of thing, put it on over your shirt. Show us. Okay, I'll show you. Speaking of which, is this shirt not the cutest? Look at that Cosmo hammered right in. It's gotten washed, so a bunch of the colors have changed. Like this turned pink when it got washed, and that turned blue. So now I've got blue and pink on this shirt. I really love it. Annette, love the color. Thank you. Me too. All done with onion skins. So let's try and get this on. It's not stitched together properly. I just was doing some rough stitches to see how it fit together. Okay. And then the seams will go over the shoulders. It's not held together tightly. That's why I'm being gentle with it. In case you're like, no one's that gentle with their clothes. It's not stitched together yet. Ugh. Hi guys, I finished my golden sweater. Oh, good job, Oracle. I'll send photos later on. Also, I'm making ragu tonight. Oh, cool. That's exciting. Gotta love making food. I had made such a good breakfast yesterday. I'm gonna tell you guys about it. So it'll be like this. It is a Mobius. What's a Mobius? I still don't understand what that is. Let me search what a Mobius is. Mobius scarf? Is that what it would be called? Or Mobius cowl? Mobius. I'll just search, or Mobus. Mobus or Mobius? Somebody else wrote it. A Mobus. Okay, sorry. Mobus scarf? Oh, totally. Yeah, that's totally what it is. Lol. Mobius. It is Mobius. I-U-S. Like Morpheus. Mobius. Okay. Yeah, so, but it's not crossed like that. So yes, it's like the same, but it's not, it's folded over. I guess it would still be called that. Very stylish and artsy, love it on you. But with like a long sleeve top, it felt like a poncho. Like last night when I was testing it out, I feel like it covers like the bottom of my boob is not covered, but the majority of my chest is covered. I feel like this could look cute with a dress, but also it's just kind of like a little poncho shrug sort of thing. And you can like do stuff. It's not like you're stuck, like it sits on your shoulders just fine. But I'm kind of into it. So I think today we're going to put it together actually, like I'm going to stitch it together in a more permanent way. But yeah, that's what I was fiddling around with last night. I feel like it's pretty cute because it's just 2 rectangles. This isn't going to be a tutorial or anything. It was just something I wanted to finish because I've had these 2 rectangles and I don't know what to do with them. I was going through my work in progress. It's great to keep shoulders warm, totally. Very stylish and artsy. Thank you. I think so too. I was going through my work in progress box. I've got all these whips that are not getting finished. Like this is just a sleeve. It just exists singularly, and I'm not going to be making the sweater that it was from. And so I was like fiddling around with all my pieces, seeing if I could piece together anything with all of these things. No bra needed. Yeah, exactly, because it covers everything you need. But this was going to be a sleeve for a cardigan I was designing, but it used way too much yarn. Like I overdid how puffy I wanted the sleeves, and I didn't have enough yarn to finish it. Isn't it cute though, the idea? But I was like, what else can I do with these types of things where I have like 1 sleeve finished or 2 rectangles but not enough for a sweater. So that's what happened with that one. Is it was basically just me trying to figure out what to do with these rectangles. Posted on Discord, I was able to make a hat with the gold yarn. Also a bobbin I completed over the weekend. Oh, I'm excited to see. Let's have a look in the Discord. If you'd like to join our Discord server, you can do so by joining the Patreon. It's $2 a month to join, and you get access to the Discord server, as well as whenever I make patterns in my bullet journal, I share them there, and whenever I have new videos, you get early access to the videos. Wow, that second bobbin is beautiful. Wow, so even. Okay, let's have a look at that hat. Oh, that's a great hat! Love your hair. Is your hair straightened there, or is that like your natural hair? You're just someone with naturally straight hair. Beautiful hat though, I love it. Your glasses are also cute. You're actually very cute. Okay, let me see. Oh gosh. Sorry, on Patreon, on Discord, Nikki sent me a link for a Nova Scotia house. Beautiful one. All right. And Scrappy asked in the Discord what yarn I used for these baby pants. It is wool yarn, and it is a sport weight wool. It's Briggs & Little sport weight wool. Here's what it looks like up close. It's done in half double crochet with a 5mm hook or a 5.5, and then we've got the rib stitch on the bottom. And I did the rib stitch with a 4mm hook here so that it would scooch in the bottom, and then I did a rib stitch with a 4mm in the pink. So the pink I used a 4mm, and then the rest is a 5 or 5.5. Mary, can we see Kitty? No, because I don't know where she is at this exact moment. She's probably in Alex's office with him, or she's sleeping on the bed. So no, not right now, but she is around somewhere. Thank you, that's my hair. Oh wow, beautiful. I haven't had a real haircut in close to 3 years. Wow, well your hair looks lovely and very healthy, so well done. Maya, morning, working on making breakfast. How is everyone? I'm great. How is everybody else doing? How are you doing this morning? Looks like a cape for a toddler. I guess it could be a cape for a toddler. Could be a toddler cape. Or it's a shoulder cowl for an adult. Totally though. If you had a smaller, but I think for a toddler it might be a little bit too wide. Like it might fall too low on the shoulders. Maybe if I tightened up the neckline it could be a cape for a toddler. But I feel like it's more of like it's like, I want to call it like a mini poncho. But I was thinking if after I stitch it together I could do a bunch of finishing stitches around the bottom, just around all the edges in order to bring it down a little bit, you know? No, the sleeve. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Birdie. Sorry, thank you for clarifying. The sleeve, thank you. So a cape for a toddler. I suppose you're right. Oh, that actually could fit a little kid. Totally, it goes over my shoulders. It's not wide enough, our wrist, like the wrist part of the sleeve. isn't wide enough. Oh, it's actually a good idea. Can someone have a baby real quick so that I can put this on a baby? How about you, Thunder? Do you need a cape? Oh, that would just look so good on you. What a handsome boy you are. Oh my goodness. You look like a little magician. It would be great on him. Looks like a bed jacket as well. What's a bed jacket? A bed jacket. I think the sleeve would make a great toddler. Would make a toddler cape. Yes, yes. I love Granny Square blanket in the background along with the hanging earth tone color sweater. The earth tone color sweater that's hanging up here, or the earth tone color sweater that's here, because I've got two of those. The Granny Square blanket, that's because I switched chairs. I'm currently in an office chair. I don't know what a bed jacket is. Wish my boyfriend's mom would hurry up and have her baby so I can fuss over it and spoil. Yeah, I'm ready for anyone to just have a baby, honestly. Because I'm ready to start making baby things. So if someone in my family could just real quick make a baby for me, that'd be great. Please and thank you. Okay, so for the cowl, how I'm going to put this together, I don't have a yarn needle. That's the only downside. I don't know where it is. My yarn needles, they got packed, but I don't know with what I packed it, and I haven't found it yet. Bed jacket is like a robe but short. A robe but short. Okay, a bed jacket. I've not heard it called a bed jacket before. Yes, the one near the blanket. Oh yeah, that one is to be repaired. I've actually got a whole bunch of videos this week to film. This is a film week, because last week was an edit week, and you wear it sitting in bed. Okay. Currently finishing some onesies for my nephew. He was born on the 7th. Oh, gosh, he's so brand new. Have you been able to enjoy him yet? Have you held him yet? Or, I mean, I know it's like, with the whole plague that we're dealing with, I know it makes new babies a little bit more of a, I don't know, I would be being more careful, I feel like, so I wonder. Dawn, save all those baby clothes and capes for the babies to come. Yes, indeed, I am saving the baby clothes because I am using this time, the empty time before any babies come, to learn how to make baby things, because they're gonna happen. Eventually, my friends and family are going to have babies. It's gonna happen. But anyway, I have a few things I wanted to talk about. I have videos to make. He's in Ontario, sadly. I should be meeting him in the spring. Oh, that's good. By the spring, he'll be able to hold his head up, so you'll be able to, like, enjoy him. Make so many sizes and shapes. Right, because they're gonna be growing at all different times. So I have different videos that are going to be the next set of videos that I'm filming. And I think the next 4 videos I want to do are the bonnet hat, the baby pants, hand warmers, and I was thinking we need to do a Christmas video in the filming videos this time, because the videos that I'm filming now will be coming out through December, because I'm almost finished my November videos. A bed jacket is a short poncho style evening jacket with drapes to the elbow. Thank you, Annette, for the clarification. A bed jacket. I've just never heard anything called that. It makes sense. A jacket you wear in bed or around bed. Oh my goodness. A raccoon just walked right by my window. It is daytime. What are you doing out? Oh my god, it just walked all the way back. What the heck? Raccoons are outside. Anyway, I think we need to do a Christmas video, because the videos I'm filming this week, some of them will be coming out through December. And I was thinking, I have an idea for a video, for a Christmas video that kind of bridges more than one thing. So, what do you think of this? A Christmas stocking, but made out of granny squares. That way we get kind of a twofer with it. You know, you get the granny square tutorial and you get a actual project that you can work on. I don't have a yarn needle. I don't remember where I packed away my yarn needle, but it didn't get packed with my desk, which it should have, because that's where I do my yarn sewing. So I'm wondering where I would have packed it. It didn't go in my work in progress box, and it didn't go in my yarn box. It could be in my sewing box, but that seems like, I don't think I would have put it with sewing. Gosh, I just don't remember. It was like a couple of weeks ago and I can't remember where I put anything. Where would I have put it? My crochet hooks were with my office supplies, which means you'd think that my yarn needle would end up with my office supplies, you know? So frustrating. I can slip stitch or crochet these pieces together. That is an option. It's not going to kill me to do that. It's just going to be irritating, you know? Whatever, let's do it that way. Okay. Deep breaths, Laura. So, yeah, what do you think of that? I was thinking a crochet tutorial that also includes like more than one thing, basically, like a granny squares is like one whole thing, and then also, sorry, I can't do two things at once. Are you surprised? Also, granny square and Christmas thing. So I thought stocking would be easy because the shape of a stocking can be made to be very boxy. Like the stocking that I have for Christmas time is like a bunch of square shapes put together. So I feel like it would be just fine, you know? What do you think? A bed jacket was were sweaters cropped for illness that required bed rest. It was also for upper classes to use when servants served married women to eat breakfast in bed. Oh, fun. Okay, makes sense. All right. When you have a whole separate wardrobe for in bed, it's like pajamas is already a level of additional clothing for during bedtime, and now bed jackets. Well, I think the bonnet hat will be a good video to put out next because when I say next, I mean after this set of videos that are coming out now, in the next grouping of videos, I should say, because I've got that one done. The bonnet hat, oh, excuse me. I tried it in 3 different sizes, baby-sized, young child, mid-aged child size, adult size. It's just a simple, like, little bonnet hat, but it's super cute and really, like, I'm gonna use mine in the winter for sure. And probably I'll make one for my mom, because when she's out in the field, my mom's a farmer, when she's out in the field working in the middle of winter, because like you have to tend to the grapevines in like February, that's just when it gets happening for grapes and for like fruit trees, then, hold on, gotta get my hook in here, then it'll be cold, so I think that she would use one of those bonnets if I gave it to her. She wears the hats that I make her, so I feel like she'll use it. Trying to wind and untangle my yarn. I send you thoughts and prayers, Oracle. I hate doing that. That's like it feels like such a time suck because it's like you have to do it in order to get your project done, but like it's not actually going towards making your project, you know? Annette, I think Kat's and Dawn's description of a bed jacket are more accurate. Did an Amazon search and it really is more like a robe. Thanks for your help. Good stuff. See? Community. Good thing we all have each other to make sense of the world. And learn about historical garments together. Also, I want to, a little bit later in the stream, get your guys' opinions on what we should do for the next group of videos after the one that I'm already set with. Basically, I want your suggestions for videos so I can add them to my list again. I know I ask for this all the time, and I know that you guys give me great ideas all the time, but today's another one of those days where I want to know what you want me to make videos on, because then I'll make those videos and then you'll like the content, and that would be great for both of us, I think. So yeah, I have a couple of things I wrote down and I want to know how you guys feel about those things, but that'll be a little bit later because right now I'm crocheting. Baby pants, flour pounding video. Patrons, you have access to the flour pounding video today, and everybody else, you have access tomorrow morning, we've got the flower pounding video coming out. So stay tuned for that. If you are not a patron, that'll be tomorrow. If you are a patron, you can already watch it right now. But don't go watch it right now. Hang out with me right now. Watch it later. But it's a good video. I like it. And there's an entire dye garden tour. Like, I go through my dye garden and I show my plants that are going to seed, and I show how I reseed the garden, and I show all of these, like, beautiful, it's a beautiful garden tour. Lots of flowers, lots of color, and some chickens, because the chickens were still at the old place at that point. What hook are you using? It looks beautiful. Annette, it is, I don't know what it's called because it was a gift, but easy leg warmers, please. You got it, Mary. I'll write that down. Easy. I love leg warmers. When I'm wearing tights, I love wearing leg warmers. The hook I'm using was a gift, but also it's available on Wish and Amazon and probably AliExpress, because I feel like Wish and Amazon are both versions of that anyway. Hold on. Should I be putting this together the opposite way so that the seam is on the inside, Laura? Probably yes. But yes, it's available pretty widely. if you search on whatever marketplace you use to buy things, just search like decorative hook or decorative crochet hook. It's usually like in the first groupings that come up. I've seen it quite a few times marketed to me, and I'm like, I already have these. Thank you. Thank you for knowing exactly the things that I would like. The internet. Morning V, nice to see you. Socks or slippers. But I find that crochet socks are a scam. I don't feel like crochet socks ever would really be worn as socks. Maybe if you used like a really fine, they just don't stretch the same way knitted ones do, and they don't feel the same, like you wouldn't wear them with your shoes, you know? I guess slippers, sure, but I don't think socks. That's why I want to learn to knit, is literally just for the purpose of socks. But maybe slippers. I could probably do slippers. I've done a few videos of slippers before, but I don't know. I just never find that I end up using them, my crocheted slippers. It's like they stretch out and they don't, I don't know, like when you wash them, they don't like snap back the way that like knitted socks do. I don't know. Agreed, knitted socks are better. Agreed. That's a fact. So hopefully this little poncho, shawl, Mobius cowl, is it a Mobius shawl, Mobius scarf? Like what is the word after Mobius? Mobius garment. This Mobius garment. Once this is done, I'm going to be a little bit more of a happy camper because I'll have one less work in progress. This thing will finally just be put into a pile of clothes that I can wear, as opposed to just being sitting in my work in progress container. Thunder, the weight of your little bum is putting my feet to sleep. I need to change my position. Oh, there we go. No, this is not for you. Hold on. There. Oi. Little guy. It's based on a Mobius strip. Okay. Which is like the thing where it's twisted and you can follow it. Yes, I remember we talked about that, with how you can make it with paper before. I don't know why we talked about it before. Probably in relation to crochet. Oh no, pins and needles in my feet. My feet fell all the way asleep. I know, it's so not comfortable to sit here while I'm doing something. But staring up at me with your desperate, sad little doggy eyes is not going to make me stop crocheting. Sorry, sir. He does these deep sighs, like, oh, it's fine, Mom, you don't love me. Knitted socks are amazing. I just joined a knitting sock group. Maybe you can start one so we can all learn together. Oh, God. I don't know if I'm emotionally prepared for that yet, Annette. Frida, good morning or afternoon. Oh, I hate this Thunder baby. Him's so cute. Him's so sad. Him's so tired. He has such a hard life. Huh? Your life is so difficult. Oh, come here. My sweet little baby dog. My little baby dog. Are you happy now? Now that all the attention is on you and I'm not doing anything else? That's all you want, huh? You just want all the attention. As long as he's getting all of the attention, he's completely content. It's just if any of the attention goes away from him, that's the problem. Greetings from the smithy. Well, what are you making today, Frida? Or what are you working on? Dog is falling asleep. Look, he blends into my shirt. My shirt's almost the same color as you. You handsome boy. Gosh, the things we do for our pets, am I right? Like, I'm trying to sit here and crochet, but the dog wants full cuddles. Look, his eyes are closing because he's now content. He is safe and warm, and mommy's holding him with both feet, therefore, both hands, therefore, nap time. What'd you open your eyeballs again for? It's okay. Oh, so small. Thunder. Oh, so small, so tired. Anyway, gosh, maybe girl dog dresses. I feel like dog dresses are unisex. Thunder wears dog dresses. Or dog sweaters with frills on them, which people interpret as dresses. Everybody thinks you're a girl because you're small. They always say, oh, she's so cute. And I'm like, isn't she though? Doesn't matter when people say she or he, it's a dog. And it's not their dog, and they're never gonna see you again. That's right, I let people call you a girl. But he's so handsome. He's just a handsome boy. Tiny little crown-shaped settings. Cool. Is it for those tiny little stones that you showed us last time? Oh, so handsome. He's just the cutest little guy, but he's also a little bit in the way. Okay, so why don't you go lie down in your cozy bed by the fireplace and just let me live my life, dude. Okay, so back to my cowl shawl thing. Does this go all the way up? Is this the side that goes all the way up? No, this side we need to leave partially open. How far did it go? Anyone remember? I don't remember. Anyway, yep, I'm doing the last two, so I'll have 7. Awesome. How exciting. I'm cold now. Also, for those of you who were asking in the past how long the blue Concord grape will stay blue in my yarn. Good morning, Jay. G'day, Laura and the LML crew. Hope you're well and content. Totally well. Go lie down. Totally well and totally, well, almost totally well. I want to make a doctor's appointment this weekend, and I wanted to tell you guys about what's been going on. Of course, today, now that I'm wanting to call the doctor, it stopped. But for the last couple of weeks, I've been having this thing happen where I'll get random heart palpitations, like where it's like I'll feel my heart beating, not hard as in fast, but hard as in it feels like gunk in my chest. And I mean, I'm interpreting it as it's my heart doing it. I guess it could be something else, but no, it's definitely my heart. But I can feel like this deep heartbeat, like gunk, and it's like low and it feels strange. It doesn't hurt, but it gets my attention and it's uncomfortable. Like it makes me worry while it's happening. And it's not like, at first I was like, could it be an anxiety related thing? Is this me feeling anxious? But it's not happening when I'm anxious. It's happening whenever it feels like it. And again, it's not pain, but it's definitely like, it's noticeable whatever's going on, and I don't like it when it's changing rhythm with I don't know. It's not like when I'm outside taking Thunder for a walk, it starts. It's like it'll just be happening when Alex and I are watching a movie in bed, like, don't know. It'll just sort of start happening, and it's gotten progressively more often. Like, I'm gonna say it's been going on for like a month, but not a lot, just like it'll show up randomly at different parts of the day. Morning, Sid and Jay. Laura, I'm wondering if you can give me some help with the design of a cardigan. Absolutely. What do you need help with? I will help you as much as I can. But anyway, it's like, it kind of makes me feel like I want to take a very deep breath or cough or something, but it's not in my lungs, it's like in my heart. Like I want to like I want to just like do something to make it stop, but it doesn't stop when I want it to. It stops when it feels like it. But it's not seeming to be connected to any anxiety. Like it's not like when I'm stressed about something it flares up. It's just like it happens randomly. Like you feel it through your whole body. Have you stopped to take any medication? No, I haven't started or stopped any new medication. I haven't started or stopped any new thing. Like, I don't know, shampoo. I haven't started or stopped eating anything new. I mean, I've had a little bit more dairy in my diet just because my grandpa has a lot of milk in all of the things that he likes to eat. So I've been eating more milk than I would normally. Like I'm not a milk drinker, so I would just say maybe I'm having a little more dairy, but nothing else has changed. Like I mean, I'm going for walks now, but that's not like I was doing physical activity when we were living at the other place, just different physical activity. But it's like a weird palpitation. It's not that my heart's beating faster. It's beating like a regular amount of times, but it's like maybe every fifth heartbeat, it feels like your heart goes like gugunk or like gugunk. It feels like it goes gugunk. It just feels weird. Like a big, deep heartbeat that is off. And of course now it's not happening. It's not happening at all now. And it hasn't happened since yesterday afternoon, but it feels like I need to take a very deep breath and like hold it, like just to like push something in my chest around. Have you been staying hydrated? Absolutely. I've been like, nothing about my like general self has been altered. It sounds like a physical manifestation of anxiety. Sometimes I get that without being conscious it's anxiety. I even have called the ambulance for it before. Well, I was saying to Alex, like, it doesn't feel right, but it doesn't feel like, I don't know what dangerous feels like in your chest. I'm 30. Like, that's not something I have experience with. I've never seen anybody have any chest issues up close, so I don't know. No, I'm not holding you again. Go lie down. Go lie down. Good boy. Anyway, maybe your diaphragm is having a spasm. Yeah, I guess it could be diaphragm, but it feels like it's in my heart. Like, I can feel my diaphragm when I go, like I know what my diaphragm feels like. So for me, it feels like it's my heart. But anyway, it might also be Concerta side effects. I suppose it could be Concerta side effects, but I've been on Concerta now for years without any side effects at all. So anyway, I'm going to call the doctor this week just to have a doctor listen to my heartbeat. Like, I'm gonna have my family doctor listen, and if she's like, everything that sounds excellent, great heart you've got there, then I won't bother pursuing for now. No, go lie down. Go. Yeah, basically I want to do it just for peace of mind, but it's strange because it was happening like once or twice a day, and then it got to a point where it was happening for most of the day. Like last week, I was noticing it progressively being like for most of the day, I would have this feeling like every fifth heartbeat would be wrong or off or different, like noticeable. You don't notice your heart beating. It's not something that you like, unless you're like doing drugs sometimes, you know, but it's like, I get a sharp, short pain in my ribs, and it makes me have to take a deep breath. Not fun. Well, it's not pain, but it's like every fifth heartbeat does something that it's not supposed to be doing. You have subconscious stress, moving, not your space, apprehension about living, future is uncertain. I mean, yeah, that's all true, and totally, it could be a manifestation of anxiety, but usually I'm pretty aware of when I'm feeling anxious now, like it's something I'm not shy to accept, so it's not like I'm trying to hide it from myself that I'm feeling anxious. It's not like it's something that needs to be hidden. I know when I'm feeling anxious, and I'm comfortable in anxiety, like I'm comfortable accepting anxiety. I don't know, is it one beat or several? Frida, it's usually like one beat out of every 5. Not saying it's similar though. Yeah, well, still not stressful to have a sharp pain. Okay, let's see what Jay said about the cardigan. I want a cardigan without dropped sleeves. Okay, So without drop sleeves, do you want the sleeves to be fitted sleeves? This cardigan was actually a really good shape. If you look on my video, I think this is called Natural Dyed Cardigan. It's from last winter. It's got a good shape. It's not a dropped shoulder because it's got the arm fits into the actual cardigan shape. So the shoulder is actually on my accurate shoulder as opposed to, you know, a drop shoulder. But I would check that out as an idea for how to make it not a drop shoulder. But I don't know, design-wise, do you want it to button up or zip or something? This one's been pretty good for me. I really like this cardigan. It doesn't do up, it's just like a on cardigan. Yes, set-in sleeves. Well, if you need to figure out how to do the set-in sleeves, I usually do a set-in sleeve of between 12 and 15 stitches in. So I don't know if that helps. Any more time spent with Grandpa? Are you writing the stories he tells you for your family? No, I'm not writing the stories yet. Still just settling in. But we had a really good weekend, actually, where I cooked a lot, and I made a lot of different things, and it was actually well received. Like Sunday, I made a huge breakfast, and he ate the whole thing, which is unheard of, so pretty proud of myself there. Right, switch to my computer so I have a keyboard and lunch. Well, welcome back to the party. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, although yesterday I think that he was a little bit, I don't know the right word, but he was saying to me, like, do you eat 3 hot meals a day? Really? And I was like, I mean, no, but I'm happy to cook 3 hot meals a day, and I'm gonna eat 3 hot meals a day because I'm cooking them. But he was kind of like, do you really cook that much? And I was like, yeah, totally. I always cook like this. Good that he loved the breakfast. Do you want to know what I made? And he ate the whole thing, which, again, unheard of. I made eggs, bacon, waffles, and toast. And he ate all of them. He ate the waffles, too, which is not part of his, like, he has a very, like, he's very particular, and he likes to eat the things he likes to eat. But I added waffles with maple syrup to the mix, and they got completely devoured. So I eat 1 hot meal. Yeah, Frida, normally, like when Alex and I were living at the farm, we would eat 1 hot meal, and sometimes it wasn't even a hot meal. We would eat 1 sit-down meal, and other than that, we would basically like forage through the kitchen. It was like just snack all day. It would be, Alex would eat breakfast. I would sometimes eat breakfast, and then lunch would be grazing, and then dinner would be like a meal, like something we'd eat together. Annette, an EMT friend of mine, said he's treated so many people with heart arrhythmia to dehydration, lack of water, so I'm glad that hydration is not the problem for you. I mean, I'll add in more water to make sure it's not the problem, but no, I'm pretty sure that I've been drinking enough water. Louisa, hi, finally finished the mosaic granny square blanket. I'm so happy. I'm waiting for the renovation to be over to block it. Oh, I'm excited for you. That's awesome. I'd love to see it. Oh my god, waffles. I got a waffle maker for my birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. Got the waffle maker yesterday, but my birthday is only on Tuesday. Well, happy birthday. That's exciting. What birthday is it, Melanie? And Frida, I ate 1 hot meal, same. But I want to make sure that he eats food because he's a senior, and he's like, he's not a big meal eater unless it's made, so whatever, you know. A good menu for your breakfast in the future. That's what I said, Dawn. In my head I was like, check. I've been basically making a mental note and a physical literal list of foods that have been eaten like in their fullest capacity, and then foods that are, you'd think would be delicious but aren't preferred. Yeah, this breakfast was one of those things, and it made me feel pretty good, gotta say. Felt pretty good about it. But yeah, he seemed a little irked that I cook 3 times a day, but I think that it was just like he wanted to confirm that I wasn't doing it on his behalf only. But also it's like, you're like 90, let people cook for you. You know what I mean? Like, I want to roll my eyes and be like, obviously I'm cooking for you. You're not cooking. You're 90. Like, just, it's fine. Like, I don't know what to say. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Oh, I love this group. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Melanie. Happy birthday to you. Hi, first time catching you live. Hi, C, welcome. You helped me make Christmas stockings for the whole family last year. Oh, that's awesome. I'm really glad that helped. Good. Oh, that makes me feel good. Good, I'm glad you're here. It's almost 2 a.m. I need my bed. Good night. Good night, Jay, and good luck on the cardigan. Come back anytime, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and if you have any further questions. And everyone, oh my god, right? Isn't it a great group? Makes you feel special. But yeah, anyway, so that was a thing that happened. It was last night. I was making sandwiches and soup, tomato soup, and like tuna salad sandwiches, but with canned salmon. So salmon salad sandwiches, it doesn't sound the same. It doesn't sound like tuna salad sandwich makes sense, or tuna sandwich. Salmon sandwich doesn't give me the same picture in my head, but it was a salmon sandwich and they were delicious. And then I did tomato soup. That was not a, in case you guys were keeping track, that one was not a preferred meal. And a great year to come this year as well. Absolutely. I want to learn how to make Christmas stockings. What episode was that? Annette, it's an actual tutorial video. So I have these episodes that are like live streams. But then in addition to that, I have my tutorial videos, and it should just be called Christmas stocking. If you search it in my channel, there's only one video for it, so it should come up. Sid, my parents never forced any food. They worked around me. That's awesome. I wish that was how all parents of autistic kids would react to us being picky eaters. My mom was chill about it, but I know others have had parents that weren't. Yeah, well, hopefully I will be able to get all of the preferred meals on my like register, but I also think there's this other thing where it's like it might be a preferred meal this week and then it might not get touched next week. That's happened a few times where I was like, oh, mashed potatoes are a safe food. No, mashed potatoes are a safe food to a maximum time of 3 times a week. You know what I mean? Like but also obviously, like I don't want to eat the things that I love to eat every single day, you know? I miss tuna. I haven't had tuna in a while either. Are you not eating tuna for baby reasons? Because you're not supposed to have canned fish or something? Sometimes I got yogurt and banana because I'd eat that. Hey, if you'll eat it, give it. Yep, I'm the same way, Sid says. Well, my parents were more of the mind of sit here until you finish eating it. 90s parents. Like, obviously, they didn't have the same information, I guess, that was available now. Like, if your kid's not eating it because it's touching, maybe it's because your kid has a reason that doesn't need to make sense to you. That was not a problem. I was never a picky eater, but I know that with certain people who were picky eaters in my family, it was like, you can sit here until it's finished. I don't think I'll bother with that if I have kids. I feel like that's just like stressful when you're little. But you know, what do I know? Okay, hold on. I got the first side together and the next thing was to do this. So to make it hold together nicely, we have to reverse. Sorry, I need to think out loud here while we sort ourselves out. Okay, so if that's gonna go like that, then that will flip over like that, and then this will connect to there. Cool. How about stuffed green peppers? My dad loved them. Meatloaf was equally loved. Meatloaf probably would be a safe one. I don't think stuffed green peppers, he's not a big fan of vegetables. So they have to be kind of like hidden. Not hidden, but you know what I mean. They need to be disguised in some way. Or at least that's what I've found so far, is disguising them as a safer way to ensure that they're going to get eaten. That doesn't look right anymore. Why? Why does it not look right anymore? This piece? Are you going to be... Sorry, I'm just figuring this out. Give me a sec. Laura posted a picture of the blanket. Oh, I'm ready to see. Oh, the fire is turning on. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. Wow, that's spectacular. Oh my gosh, I hope that's for you. I hope that's not a gift for someone. That's amazing. Is that for your baby? Oh my gosh, wow, what a pretty blanket. And the edge stitching is beautiful. Your border? Wow, that's a spectacular blanket. Holy moly. Peppers were ground meat and rice. Yes, but wrapped in pepper. I have a firm rule in my house. I do not ever have to eat anything you don't like or finish everything on your plate when you are full. That's a good firm rule. Yes, Sid, that's right. That's why I can't have it. What did Sid say? Yes, Sid. I don't see what Sid said, though. I'm getting discouraged with wearables. I've made 3 dog sweaters, but had to give them all away because they were too big. Now my first sweater for me, and it's too small. No, I'm sorry, see? That's stressful. That's a bummer. Well, maybe if the sweater's too small, you could take it apart and then just do like on your separate pieces, like if you've got 4 pieces, 1 sleeve, 2 sleeves, and a front and a back, you can crochet around your pattern pieces. Like if this is your sleeve, you could crochet around the edges of it. Thank you, Sid. To grow each pattern piece without having to like take the whole thing apart and add stitches. Just pick a complementary color. How about the sweater you're wearing? What about the sweater I'm wearing? Hold on. I need to... What about a casserole? Yeah, a casserole could probably work. Sometimes I make so many different things for dinner because they don't all like it. True love. Is Thunder in timeout? No, he's just sleeping because I don't want to sit with him because he makes my legs fall asleep. Did you make the sweater you're wearing? Is there a tutorial for it? Yes, I did make the sweater I'm wearing, and yes, there is a tutorial for it. It's called the natural dye sweater because all of these yarns were dyed with plants. And each of these dyed yarns has its own tutorial. So this is like a tutorial, an extreme tutorial. Okay, hold on. If this is the neck right here, right? Good. Love that. Then we need to connect. That's the back. This is the front. And we want to connect these 2 pieces for the shoulder, which should go there. Yeah, that's right. Got it. Success. The only thing that I don't love is how I'm going to have it sit together without showing an ugly seam. We don't want an ugly seam here. Will that be ugly though? That doesn't make sense, I don't think. I mean, I guess that'll be fine. Okay, so we'll pull it back around this way and get you connected. There we go. Cool. Lovely sweater. Looks so cozy. It is quite cozy. It's a little bit scratchier than, like, this yarn is from Knit Picks and it's so soft. Like, you could wear it right against naked skin. This one, I don't think I would wear it all day against naked skin because it's like a little scratchy. It's fine, but it's a little scratchy. So I would probably pick to wear it sorry, I'm thinking while I'm talking. I would probably wear it with a long sleeve shirt if I was going to wear it all day long. That's a great sweater you're wearing. Thank you, C. I like this one a lot too. It was a lot of work, but I really like it. It was a lot of work because all of the yarn took a lot of work. Like, look at this pink. Do you see this pink? That is from avocado. That is dyed from avocado. Like this yellow and orange. Oh, that's the same yellow and orange as this one. Or orange and green. Wow, yellow and orange. Orange and green. These are both onion skins. And the blue here, look how this has been washed like, not 100 times, but probably like 20 times. This thing, 10 times this thing has been washed. And the blue from the Concord grapes has not faded. So I know that Concord grape blue is not permanent, but I mean, it's pretty long lasting. Is that not? Look at all these colors. I love it. And look at the design that happened from the yarn pooling for the back piece. Isn't that cool? Here. Yeah, I like it too. Okay, back to assembly. Some assembly required. What are the best yarn types for wearables? I prefer wool just because I like wearing wool. I like being warm when I'm wearing crocheted things. I've not yet found a cotton that I've made into a thing that I ever wear the thing again. Like, cotton has never... I have obviously not found the right cotton for my preference, but I like wool. I like all kinds of wool. But I would say like a worsted weight wool would be my preferred. That's probably the most of my wearables are a worsted weight wool, I would think. Merino wool, totally soft. Frida, we're thinking the same. Merino wool. I think that's what this one is, actually. This is a merino, Knit Picks merino something. Matches so good with your shirt, flower prints. Right? I know, all natural. Wool, it holds its shape and keeps you warm. Is that why I like it? Because it holds its shape also? I don't even know the reasons why I like it. I just know I always like every wool item that I've made, I wear. Like, I wear all of my wool things, but I don't wear any of the cotton things I've made. I make them for tutorials, and then they just sit on my shelf. Beautiful and doing nothing. The only time I ever use cotton is if I'm, like, making something that's gonna be, like, a functional item that's, like, a household item, like a kitchen mat or a washcloth, you know, something like that. Then I like cotton, but I've not yet made a cotton item that actually got put into rotation in my clothing. You know? Hold on, what am I doing here? Yes, okay, I'm doing the right thing. Cotton can stretch out a bit. Well, oh, I do also have a few acrylic sweaters that do get used. So I guess acrylic worsted weight will not stretch out the way that, or not, it just, I don't know if it's the stretching that I don't like about the cotton. I don't know if it's the general drape isn't the same. I guess it depends on what you're trying to make also though, right? Like if you're making summer clothes out of yarn, I guess like if you're making a bralette, probably not going to make a ton of sense to do that in wool. But if you're making like sweaters all day, every day, I want them wool. I want wool sweaters forever. Wool sweaters are life. Wool sweaters are bae. I'm a youth. I know the words. Thank you, and thanks for the tip, Frida. True. I love knitted cotton sweaters. Yes, knitted cotton sweaters that you get from the thrift store that are lovely. Okay, I think I have a knitted cotton sweater, but I feel like knitting changes the yarn quality necessity. Like it changes the quality that you need. Not quality, qualities. Not as in like lower quality, just it has different qualities. Because knitting changes the drape of things, you know? So I feel like cotton, that makes sense that cotton could work. Yeah, I have a cotton Christmas sweater that my mom gave me that's knitted and lovely. So, okay, maybe cotton can work for knitting. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Scrappy, and welcome to the stream. Don't forget to like the stream as you come in. That goes for everybody who has not clicked the like button. If you could click the like button, I would very much appreciate it. Knitted and crochet makes a different kind of fabric. Yeah, totally. Crochet is like way denser and stiffer or thicker or something. It's got more yarn per inch of fabric, I feel like. What do I have? Lion Brand has a very soft cotton yarn, made a baby dress sturdy and gets soft. Okay. Sorry, who was that? Lion Brand has that. A soft cotton. I've felt cotton from We Are Knitters before that was really soft. I made a sweater for my friend out of the cotton she gave me. That was from, who did I just say? From We Are Knitters. And it was nice, but I found that it like unraveled into strands as opposed to wool. Like, I don't feel like I have that happen with wool. It doesn't unravel or unwind, I want to say, into like the multiple strands. But this cotton one that she gave me, so soft, made a great sweater, but like when weaving in the ends, they wouldn't be hidden because the little ends would unwind into a bunch of different threads, it was like, and I didn't like how that looked. Brand Prima cotton is the best I've had the best luck with. Great drape and super soft, enough for babies. Okay. I've knit a cotton tee. It's more for winter, for warmer weather. Okay. Knitted a cotton t-shirt. The magic. The magic I don't understand. Honestly, knitting a cotton t-shirt I think is probably easier to comprehend in my head than knitting socks. Like if you said, Laura, you have one weekend, you have to knit a cotton sweater or a cotton t-shirt or a pair of socks, I think that I would pick a t-shirt just because a pair of socks is going to never happen for me. At least not until I I don't know when. I'm gonna go do my workout now. See you later. Bye, bye, Oracle. Have a good rest of your day. Don't work too hard, though. I mean, work out as hard if you want to, but don't work out too hard. Hold on. Are you? There we go. A mix of bamboo cotton is nice. Has anyone tried the milk silk, milk cotton, milk yarn, the yarn made of milk protein fibers? And what I'm wondering is if that milk yarn that's somehow made out of milk, don't understand it completely, kind of think it's weird, I'm sure it's soft, but whatever. I wonder how it dyes, because it's milk, so it's a protein, but has it been over-processed to the point that it's basically plastic? I wonder if it'll take natural dye still. And wouldn't it be interesting if they could make milk yarn out of soy milk, in which case would it already be pre-mordanted? Because soy milk can be used as a pre-mordant for some natural dye. So I wonder if you would even have to mordant your yarn, if you could just scour it and the protein would already be pre-mordanted from the soy. Wonder. Yes, it's slinky. Okay, I know what you mean. When you say slinky, like it, the drape is slinky. Slinky is the right word, totally, I get that. I think it's called rayon when it's gone through that process. When it's gone too much process that it's basically plastic, then it becomes rayon. Is rayon from cotton, though, initially? Like, rayon is plant-based, right? Whereas the silk, what is it called? Is it milk silk? I feel like I've seen it called milk silk. I might be wrong. Those words sound wrong together. Ooh, I love your sweater. What is it? Oh, it's milk silk. I wish that it could be a byproduct of something else, because it feels like it's probably a lot of milk if it's made directly actually from milk in order to process it to make it yarn. It'd be cool if they could use a byproduct of dairy production as opposed to actually using the product of dairy production, because then it's not actually like a sustainable thing, right? Milk cotton is what it's called. Let's do a quick little Google search on my phone here. Give me 1 second to just finish my some assembly required cowl here. 1, 2, and 3. So initially this wool, what is this going to be called? A Mobius cowl, Mobius scarf, Mobius wrap. This thing was supposed to be a sweater, but I didn't have enough yarn to make 2 more pieces in this color. This would have been like the front and the back, and then I would have made 2 sleeves, but I ran out of yarn, so now it's going to be like a poncho wrap style thing. It's going to be great. Cellulose is what rayon is made from, so wood pulp, etc. Right. But cellulose can be cotton. Cellulose is just plant-based, so it could be cotton or bamboo or, you know, the things, all those things. Also, when people refer to silk as mulberry silk, isn't all silk mulberry silk because silkworms eat mulberries? Mulberry silk is from moths fed exclusively on mulberry leaves. It produces higher quality silk because it's their natural diet. Okay. Thank you for you answered that as I was asking the question. That's interesting. Yeah, but mulberry silk, so what? Is there other silk where the silkworms are just fed not mulberries? Can you imagine? I keep mulberry trees. Why do you like having mulberry trees? Oh, it's just to feed to my moth caterpillars so that I can boil them alive. to harvest their cocoons. Sounds a little weird when you say it that way. But interesting nonetheless. Okay, so that's attached now. Oh, Dawn asked what is mulberry silk. I was asking the same question as you. I didn't even see your message. That makes sense why that came up aside from what was just going on in my head. Okay, so now I'll flip this inside out. And she's beautiful. What a beautiful cowl scarf thing. Poncho device. Warmer. It doesn't sit the same as it will when it's on a person, because this is going to be like up more. It's cute, okay? Bamboo is rayon, which is semi-synthetic, but cotton is considered a natural fiber. Cool. Science. Because knowledge is power. All right, so now I'm going to do some finishing stitches. Do you think I have enough yarn to do some finishing stitches, Laura? That is a good question. Ugh. The fabric store has consumed my brain. Good. Fabric is fun. Consumed my brain. Oh right, I wanted to Google the milk silk or milk cotton. Oh, I feel like it should be called milk silk because milk cotton is like a misnomer because you'd think that it was made of cellulose. Milk silk would tell you it's a protein fiber. Milk cotton. Let's have a look. Milk cotton is a type of yarn that is made with the casein powder found in milk. This type of fabric is also called milk fiber or casein fiber and has historically been mixed with a number of substances to provide them with a cotton-like texture and tensility. What is milk cotton made of? It is 80% cotton and 20% acrylic, in brackets, milk fiber. So, is it milk or not? Sorry, I'm trying to read about it. 50% long staple cotton, 30% silk cotton, and 20% milk cotton. Casein is a general name for a group of slightly different milk proteins which altogether account for the vast majority of milk proteins. The production of milk cotton started in Italy and the US in the early 1930s. It was possible to buy milk fibers under the commercial names Lanital, Marinova, and Aralac. The peak of the popularity of milk fiber was up until World War II. After that, the production of fully synthetic fibers took off and milk fibers were put in the closet. Milk cotton is hypoallergenic, so many people with allergies seek pure milk textiles as an alternative to wool and other fibers. The second reason milk cotton is living its new popularity is that its production is 100% sustainable. The milk fiber industries having the certificate means the process has no impact on the environment. That's cool. But I don't understand how it's sustainable. Milk cotton is derived from casein proteins. However, though the milk proteins are natural, milk cotton is not entirely natural because casein is not a fiber, therefore must be chemically processed to transform it into a fiber. Okay. Denaturization of casein in an alkaline bath, usually using urea. Interesting. I love that. Okay. So the acrylic is milk? I guess I'm not a doctor. It didn't really make sense to me. I tried to understand. I did my best. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of a edge stitch and see if I have enough yarn to do that. I'm looking for a silk pillowcase for my hair and face and always find mulberry silk instead. Anyone know a brand of real silk? Mulberry silk is real silk. Silkworms eat mulberry leaves. right? Silkworms eat mulberry leaves and then spin their silk cocoons, and then people boil the cocoons and take the silk strands. I think, right? What is the difference between silk and mulberry silk? I feel like it's just the diet of the animal, though, isn't it? The unique thing about mulberry silk is how it's produced. Pure white in color and made of individual long fibers, mulberry silk is more refined than other types of silk. Other types of silk, such as wild silk, are less uniform in color and texture with shorter strands. The most well-known and popular type of silk is mulberry silk. While it is an esteemed silk steeped in history, it's not the only type of silk. There are actually several different, made from several different sources, produced in several different ways. Mulberry silk is the highest quality of silk. Because it's from silkworms, they're fed an exclusive diet of mulberry leaves, which is why the luxurious fabric is known as mulberry silk. There you go. Hey there, Aditi, good morning. It's the highest quality of silk. Good to know. They're very high quality. The more you know, people. Knowledge is power, am I right? Okay, I'm gonna try and do a round of single crochets around the outer edge of this little poncho doodad. I really hope this comes out cool because I would like to wear it. I don't want to have something that just sits on the shelf, you know? It's so frustrating when you crochet something and then you don't find yourself wearing it. I know some of you people are magicians and you're willing to like pull apart your project and make it again. Silk also here in the northeast Assam, that is the other way, the other variety of silk, it's called Patmoga. Interesting. I feel like that's super weird that we boil cocoons to make silk, but at the same time, like, people do crazy stuff with animals and insects to make all kinds of things. Like, there's red dye made from crushing up some beetles. People find a way. Interesting, though. I have seen, there's a few YouTubers that I watch that like are bug keepers, like they keep insects as pets, and I like watching because I find it fascinating, but I don't actually want to keep insects as pets, you know? I don't mind having insects in my terrariums, but I'm not like gonna buy food for an insect, you know what I mean? So for me, it's not a pet, but I like watching other people have them, like ant farms and stuff. I think they're fascinating. I don't want ants in my house, but I like watching other people have ants in their house. Anyway, one of these YouTubers that I watch, he has gotten silkworms from, I have no idea, probably a textile thing, like they were actual silkworms, and he fed them mulberries their whole life, and they made cocoons, and instead of him like boiling the cocoon and getting the silk from it, he let them pupate and turn into moths, and the moths are completely deformed. They're like not, they've been bred so exclusively to be silk producers that they can't fly. Their wings aren't fully developed, like they come out of their cocoon not as a fully formed beautiful butterfly, like they just didn't. They had a way bigger body to their wing ratio, and it was like they're exclusively made for silk. They've been basically like bred over, what, thousands of years? How long has silk been a thing? Thousands of years to be used for this purpose, and so they aren't a functional species now, the ones that are used for silk. Isn't that interesting? I think wild silk lets the moth escape and thus damages the cocoon, so shorter strands. Fair. Mulberry silk kills the larva before it comes out of the strands of the cocoon, so it's the whole strand, right? Long strands. Have you ever heard about lotus silk? Yes, I have watched that. That's cool. And interesting. Kind of processing it similarly to linen. I felt like watching that type of silk is a similar process to linen, but maybe because it is a water plant. Hold on. Lotus silk. Yeah, like it's a water plant, so maybe the fibers are smaller or something. I don't know why the fibers are smaller, but it's the same kind of process you get when you're doing bamboo fibers or linen fibers. Totally interesting, because the long like pole of the stem of the lotus plant is where the fibers are, and so they're long and very strong. Interesting. Silk pillowcases are the best for your hair and skin, Dawn. I've heard that, and that is something I need to pursue also now that I'm growing my hair again. Which, by the way, everything except for what's not in the ponytail fits in the ponytail now. I have it up in a clip, like the 90s. Frida, read that. Silk, read that. Have you ever heard about, look, read that, got it? Crazy that we seek out a product that is basically poop. Like, for a lot of things, though, you know? Like, interesting what silk is, though, because it's a liquid until it is exposed to air, and then it becomes a solid fiber. Just like spider silk. I wonder why people haven't tried, I guess because spiders don't spin a whole huge amount of silk at once, like the way that larvae spin a cocoon with tons and tons of silk, but spider silk, wouldn't that be an interesting fiber to to have access to? My esthetician had me switch to them because I'm a side sleeper and I smash my face into the pillow. Yes, I will say the damage I was doing has stopped. Really? Okay, well, I smash my face into the pillow too, but mine are just like fancy cotton. My mom, whenever Christmas is coming last year, my mom wanted to know what I wanted for Christmas, and I'm at the point in my life where if I want something, I will buy it for myself. So I was completely out of ideas of what I would want for Christmas, so I just said sheets or pillows. And she got me sheets and pillows, and the pillows she got were like hotel pillows, like the ones that are like just excellent, excellent pillows. And the sheets she got were like a million thread count Egyptian cotton. Like they're the softest, weirdest feeling cotton sheets. Like they just don't even feel like cotton. But now I have fancy pillowcases that are cotton and fancy sheets that are cotton. And my mom, being a saint, got 2 sets of sheets so that I could have one in the closet and one, so that we wouldn't have like a cheap pair of sheets and then a nice pair of sheets to swap between. We have 2 nice sets of sheets to swap between. And then what I did with my old cotton sheets, because they were just old white cotton, I put them through a wash with bleach to completely bleach them out to nice pure white, because they were kind of like a stone gray white. Weren't completely white. The color we bought was like, I feel like it was called stone white, so it wasn't white, like pure white. So I bleached them, and then I started using them for natural dye projects, and that was fun. I'm 49, Laura, so years of that kind of sleeping was starting to damage my skin. Well, good to know that that's a thing, because I didn't know it would damage my skin over time. I know it damages your hair because it's like rough on your delicate strands and whatnot, but I didn't realize it could cause damage to your skin too. Because I smashed my face in. I'm pretty sure that's why my teeth are no longer perfect. Like I had braces, but I feel like it's because I smashed my face into the pillow that like my teeth are shifting. I don't know if that's true, it's just like my feelings. Hey Lori, good morning. I try to buy the highest thread count I can afford, and if you get sheets at IKEA, check the thread count because it can be crazy low and break so fast. Is that why what happens with low thread count? I thought it was just like the higher the thread count, the softer it was. I didn't know that it also had to do with the strength. Makes sense, more threads, more strength, but I don't know, it had a lot of thread count. Whatever it was nice sheets. That was a good Christmas present. This year, my sisters and I are not doing gifts for our spouses for each other. Like, I'm not doing gifts for my sisters' spouses, but I am doing gifts for my sisters. And then we're only doing handmade. We were going to do handmade or local. Now we've switched to only handmade. So I need to figure out gifts for my sisters that are handmade gifts. It's true, my ortho tried to get me not to sleep like that, but too bad. My teeth are not perfect, but I like sleeping like that. Yes, same. Scrappy, that's a real thing? Okay, it's true then. I believe it because they say the posture of your tongue affects the position of your teeth, so I'm not surprised that sleeping on my face mashed into the pillow would also, like 8 hours of being pushed into the same thing, eventually you'd think it would shift your teeth. But yeah, I have a tooth that is like slowly moving and just taking its time, shifting over. I clenched my teeth, so I cracked 2 during, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, that must have been scary and expensive. Then get the slip ones, Dawn. I'm 56 and I'm in a place that I want to spend the best I can afford. I mean, you might as well, you know what I mean? Like, if you're at that point in your life where you have a little bit of, like, disposable income, you might as well spend it on, like, your comfort, you know what I mean? And the quality of the things you use every day. Like, if you use a pillowcase every day, which I would assume that you do, then you might as well have a nice pillowcase. It's like the point when you're like, I'm going to spend a little bit of money on my face wash and my moisturizer because I use it every day, so I can put a little bit of investment there. See, all the benefits of my braces have been erased as well. I'm a clincher. Yeah, I definitely grind my teeth in my sleep when I'm stressed, which is how Alex will figure out that I'm stressed before I am. He'll be like, are you okay? Yeah, why? Well, last night you were like full on grinding your teeth or chomping my teeth. He said he's heard me go like in my sleep. Ow, that's gotta be not good for your teeth. But yeah, grinding my teeth has been a problem. But the shifting of my teeth has been not ideal. I had perfect teeth for like a couple years anyway. I sleep at the edge of the pillow so my mouth and nose sticks out. Oh, smart. Then you don't have to worry about having your teeth get moved around. I mash my face into the pillow and that's how I sleep. Probably the best way. All right, on to a different piece of fabric now. Looking good, looking good. How are we doing for what's left of the yarn? Not a whole heck of a lot. It's gonna be fine, everybody. Don't even worry about it. This is gonna look great, I hope. I'm just gonna crochet along the side. I wore braces for 4 years, and sure, they look nice if I smile, but nope, my bottom ones are crooked. My teeth don't align correctly. Yeah, if I smile, it's fine, but it's not actually. Like, this is my teeth. That's them closed. I can stick, look at how much of my tongue can come out. That's it closed. Like, that's all. Also, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, listen. It doesn't line up. My jaw does not line up. I don't know if you could hear that because I couldn't face the camera at the same time. Oh, my Hobonichi calendar is in Stockholm and it'll be delivered tomorrow. That's exciting! Yay, new calendar. I'm not emotionally prepared to accept that it's almost time for a new calendar, but, you know, it is. Yeah, you can see it when you showed up. When you showed up. You can see it when you showed up. Huh? Down comforters and great pillows and mattresses. Now silk pillowcases. Yes, Dawn, awesome. Hey, Evie, welcome back. Good morning. Show us. My bottom teeth is totally hidden by my front teeth. Show us what? You can see it when you showed up. Show us. Ha ha ha. My bottom teeth is totally hidden by my front teeth. And then you don't have to worry about having crooked bottom teeth. My bottom teeth are mostly fine. I don't know. Sometimes it'll get to me and, oh, when you showed us, got it. Sometimes, like, it'll get to me and I'll be like, ugh, I should just go get braces again and have it fixed. And then the rest of the time, I'm like, it does not matter at all, and I don't actually care. It's that there's a concern that I have that it'll be worse when I'm older, like the jaw not being in place. I was saying I can see it, but when you showed us, not normally. Yeah, when I show, but when I smile, it's not like, I don't smile like that, I smile like that, so you don't see that they're misaligned. But anyway, it doesn't bother me in the main life. It's more me thinking, like, if I'm going to be an older person, is this going to be something that's painful? The misalignment. I'm not worried about the straightness of the teeth. But they're all crooked. I sucked my thumb for a long time. Okay. Well, such is life. How do you teach a kid to have really good tongue posture? Don't forget to keep your tongue at the roof of your mouth, little one. Like, I feel like that's not actually something that would happen. It could be, yes, right? I know. But at the same time, I don't think it's something that they can align with braces, because my dad has the exact same sing, like when both of us are chewing like steak, you can hear. It's just him and I, but we both have it in my family. None of the other siblings got it, but it's like a misalignment of our jaw to the point that you can hear I can open my mouth and like, I don't know if that's audible, but I can't open my mouth wide without it making a clicking noise. Or I can't chew down hard, same way, without it making a clicking noise. Thanks, Dad, for your genetics. I just haven't used one. There's pillows for people like us that sleep like that. Really? Does it have like a hole where your face is so that, like a yoga pillow? Not a yoga pillow, a massage pillow, like when you go for a massage, how it has like a face hole. A face hole, you know. Okay, I'm almost done, as in I'm almost out of yarn. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it all the way around, but I think I'll make it to the end of this row anyway. Anywho, I'm gonna show you guys again in a second the crocheted baby pants I made because they came out really, really cute. And I'm adjusting the pattern as a result. Sid's here, right? Sid, how did you do on testing the other way, the flat way for the pants? Or did you decide not to do that? Because I basically said that it wasn't super functional. And that I was changing the pattern. But I did change the pattern, and I finished it on the weekend, at some point on the weekend. I finished my baby pants pattern, so that is going to be one of the December videos. I have a DMV appointment, so I'm killing some time. I'm so annoyed with them. Last year during the pandemic, if you remember, we had issues with them, and guess what? Now it's still a problem. Yeah, same, I am irritated with the DMV. I paid 3 different fees for my G test, even though I should have only had to pay 1 time, because I did my test. When I booked my test, I paid for the test. When I did my test, I paid for my license, and when I went and got my license renewed, I had to pay for it again. But when I did my test and then I had my license done after the test, they should have done all of those things. They should have done all those things together because they charged me as if they did. And the effort to get my $81 back is not conducive to my mental health. So I'm just irritated, but I'm over it. But I did 3 different payments 3 different times, but I only should have done 1 payment, because when I booked my test, I paid for my test, and as part of the test, you pay for your license. And then when I got the test and passed the test, they made me pay for my license, and I was just like, I shouldn't have to pay it. I paid it when I did my test. And they were like, well, when you did your test, your license wasn't expired yet, so now you have to pay for it because your license expired. So I was like, okay, whatever. Oops, for letting it expire. And then I went to get my picture taken to update my expired license with a new picture, and they made me pay again. And I was like, but I paid at the DMV when I got the test passed. And they were like, well, we can't see that receipt. We can't see that you paid for it then. So you have to pay for it now if you want to get your license renewed. So I had to pay for it again to get my license renewed. Hold on. I want a pair of Dr. Martens, but I don't need new shoes. The struggle, Frida, the struggle is real. I feel like those are super comfy shoes, aren't they? They're always expensive. They never go on sale, which means they must be high quality, right? That's how that works. My daughter loves her Dr. Martens. I like my Timberlands. I really like them. They support my feet like the same way that an ankle brace does. Very comfortable, and very good for, like I said, supporting my ankle, because my ankles are like garbage. I have garbage ankles, and my Timberlands really support around the ankle with there's like really strong leather around it that like is sturdy, and I really like it. I really like them. Like next time I need new shoes, I'll be thinking that I'll be getting those. Okay, there we go. Part 1 is complete. It's at least sewn together now. And now I'll just have to do some edge stitches with something. But it's cute. Little shawl type thing. Okay, here's the baby pants. Are you ready to Ta-da! Are they not the cutest? Doesn't it make you want a baby? Because that's what it did for me. It made me want a little baby to put sweatpants on. Look how cute they are. They have a little tie. Doc Martens are the bomb, long-lasting, and worth every penny. Oh, well, there you go. I had Doc Martens boots, and I love them. I miss them. Doc Martens is a fashion statement. True. Lori, I just found out I have osteoporosis. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Lori. That's stressful. What does that mean for, like, your day-to-day life? Doesn't make me want a baby, lol, nope. Okay, so cute, Laura. I went to get throat coat tea and ended up reorganizing our tea cabinet again. There you go. There's that ADD vibe. I need more yarn. What am I going to work on now that I've finished, for now, that shawl? I told you long ago. I don't know. Okay. Let's think what we could work on. Let's see what I wrote down. I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff. We are getting through our huge tea stores finally. That's going to be this winter for Alex and I, because I have an awful lot of preserved herbs that we're going to go through. Maybe we won't go through all of them because I don't know if next year we'll be able to have a full garden the way that we did last year. But hopefully we will. Oh, excuse me. I'm drinking throat coat tea now. I woke up not feeling that great. I'm sorry. It means I can break bones easier. Is there things that you can do? I know that it means that your bones are weaker, right? Like there's like more brittle bones, but are there things that you can do? Like I know when I was little, osteoporosis, they said like drink milk so you don't get osteoporosis. It was like a Big Dairy was very, very into linking osteoporosis to milk all the time. Drink milk, drink milk. But now that you have it, are there things you can do to help with it? Help prevent it from being worse? I've had 2 pairs over the years. 1 pair was too small, so I could never break them in. Not gonna make that mistake again. Good call. Actually, there's a thing I want to do in a minute. Hold on. Let me read through what I wanted to tell you guys about. Call the doctor. Did that. Baby pants, flower pounding video. Patrons, you have access to that flower pounding video today, so definitely check it out. Mine went up in flames with my childhood home during Thanksgiving. That's where Coco died. Dawn, I'm so sorry. Lori, that means, yeah, the doctor prescribed medication that causes throat and stomach issues. Great. So you're thinking you're not going to take it. I mean, maybe give it a shot and see if it causes throat and stomach issues for you. I've heard that's actually wrong about the milk, but I don't remember the argument. I just remember that was what they said when we were little. It was, you gotta drink your milk, especially you girls, or else you're gonna get osteoporosis, because girls get osteoporosis. I, as a grown-up, don't drink milk almost at all. Also, check out, don't look at my sweatpants or my tummy, but look at this shirt. Is this not the cutest shirt ever? It's flower printed, and then my sweater. And that's from bleach that I spilled on these pants. Anyway, I'm just getting another job, another thing to work on. Ugh. I have a bunch of seeds that yesterday I was doing something and I found them, so I want to pack them up. So you guys can hang out with me while I pack them up. For my scarlet red runner beans. Zinnia. Big. No, here's an envelope. And I'm lactose intolerant. Lol, I'm screwed. I'm sorry. I wish there was something that you could just take that would fix it. But osteoporosis, doesn't that mean like over time that's happened? Now you've been, so just be very careful. Yeah, they've since found out drinking loads of milk doesn't help bone strength, and for some can actually exacerbate osteoporosis. Very good. Good to know. Scarlet red runner bean. Can I make Ola make me coffee? Let's see. I think the answer is yes. I have to call my doctor back and then sit around and wait for her to call me back. Love that about doctors. I have to call my doctor this afternoon and hope that they can get me in this week. I want her to listen to my heart and tell me that there's nothing wrong with it and that my anxiety is just manifesting physically. That's what I want to hear. Hopefully that's what I'm going to hear. My heart has been beating weirdly. I'm hiking in the woods as I talk to you. Great! Safely, I hope. Wearing structural shoes and supportive garments, I hope. I need to buy more, but my sisters tease me. I was like, I don't want to think men are not wearing the right. I don't want to think men are not wearing the right shoes. Lol. Okay, that one's not got any beans in it. How about this one? Does this have any beans in it? Hold on. Much better to do weight-bearing exercises. Lifting, strengthening workouts make your bones go, oh, we gotta pump ourselves so we can be tough for the lifting, right? And also so that your muscles around the bones are strong too, right? Most of my days are spent being number 30 in the queue. Yeah, I've been engaging with the part of the online, not online, the phone people where they're like, we can call you back. You are number 18 in line. I've now gotten to the point where I'm like, fine, call me back. I used to hold through it. Not anymore. Now I'm just like, I'm not waiting on the phone. Okay, I have all these nasturtium seeds that need a little bit of sorting because not all of them are dry, but a lot of them are. So I'm going to pack up these nasturtium seeds also. It's so funny. My grandpa brought up again how much he dislikes nasturtium, and I was like, well, I'm planting your garden next spring, so I need permission to plant at least one plant pot full of nasturtium, and he like rolled his eyes. And I was like, just a pot. I won't put it in your lawn or anything. This is for candles. Anyway, I won't put it in your garden, but I need to plant them. They're beautiful, and I like them. And he was like, I've never liked those flowers. Actually, I hate them. And I laughed, and I was like, you hate them? You hate nasturtiums? For what reason? I never liked them. What reason? But what reason? Much better. Oh, yes. And 100% what Sid said. Agreed. Sid's a very smart person. Okay. Dried seeds. Oh, and also a piece of a butterfly wing. Oh, a very light piece of butterfly wing to make into jewelry or something. Beautiful, isn't it? Put that there so I can put it in my dead things. Does treadling my wheels count? Treadling. Yeah, it'll strengthen the ankles, right? That'll strengthen your ankles. My mom has had osteoporosis for years, and she is fine, Lori, but she's really good with working out and doesn't take meds. She and her doctor have monitored it as long as I can remember. Well, there you go. Eat more kale and broccoli. Those have calcium, right? Is calcium what you need to eat more of? Is that still good? I know that if milk is not the thing you need, what's the other things? Do you still need calcium then? Or is it all together? Like, is milk... You know what I'm trying to ask. If milk doesn't help, what does help? That's what I'm trying to say. Words are so hard. Ooh, that smells good. That's catnip. Maybe that'll bring the cat over here. I don't know why I have catnip in this, but there is some catnip. Cute, I agree. You know what's wild is even though my mom has ovarian cancer, she's very healthy. I mean, she's a very healthy person who took care of her body, which is super important, and also probably is keeping her stronger throughout this process, that she had a good base to go off of, you know? Bodies need vitamin D to process calcium. Well, I take vitamin D because my doctor said you should take it so that you don't get, as I call it, vitamin D-pression. This is not structurally cute, making me look very boxy. Still love it, I'm just saying. From this angle, not as cute. Let me move this out of the way so you can see my huge pile of nasturtium seeds that I'm sorting through. I'm getting all the little stem bits off to get rid of them so that they'll dry out easier. Got her tumor marker number results on Friday, and they're in standard range. Is that good? Standard range is... Standard sounds good. Standard sounds like expected, right? Good? Yes, D, lol. Yes, vitamin D, pression. Yes, calcium, but you need vitamin K, I think, to process it. Vitamin D, pression. Yes, so good. Okay, good. That's good. That's expected then. Good. That's what we want. Well, congratulations to her for taking awesome caring for you. I was crying. That's big then. You're not a crier, right? Well, awesome. That's great news. I'm glad. I'm glad it's in the range that they want it to be in at this time, right? I have to go now. I will take a bath. My back is hurting. I might be lurking later. Sounds good, Louisa. Have a good bath, and we'll see you later if you come back. They were at 9K in June, and they are at 17.9 as of Friday. Oh, wow, that's a significant decrease in number. I don't understand what that means, but smaller number when regarding cancer sounds like a great thing. Less of it. I am not a crier, no, and I get that from my mom. She had no reaction. She was like, good, what's the next step? Okay, so now what? That's what I'm imagining. Your numbers are at 17 instead of 90 whatever. Good. What's next? It means her chemo is working. That's awesome. That's really good news. But also, I can understand crying. Just getting all hyped up about hearing the news, and then hearing any news. Whatever the answer was, I feel like I would have cried. Just because you're waiting for news. So your body's all amped up waiting for an answer. A bath sounds nice. It's cold here, which is weird since the boiler people were here this morning and fixed it. Well, it's going to take a little bit of time for it to reheat the space. Am I right? That is not a problem I have in this house. I sleep boiling hot. I was sleeping in like full pajamas the first 2 weeks, and I can't. There is no way. It's way too hot in this house at night for me to sleep with a full set of pajamas on. So that's just not happening. I won't walk around in next to nothing, but I will sleep in next to nothing because it's just so hot. It's like literally like it's way too hot for it to be winter inside this house. Hooray, Scrappy! I hope the improvement continues. It's great that your mom is such a fighter. Absolutely. Very good. I think there's mint in here. I'm smelling mint. Alright, now it's time to sort the dried seeds from the not dried seeds, because I can package up the dry ones. There's a few that have rotted, so we'll separate those for garbage. 0 to 35 is standard range for a particular tumor marker, so 17 is amazing. That is amazing. I can't wait to take her to her oncology appointment. I can't wait to see the reaction. Awesome. That's awesome. Her team is amazing. I bet they'll be just as excited then to see it down so low. As an oncologist, it's probably a great feeling to actually see those like, imagine the relief they feel too. They don't want awful things to happen to people, you know what I mean? Like, so to be able to have a good news must feel really good when that job that's got to be soul sucking. You've got to be really strong to be an oncologist. I can't imagine the stress. Obviously, like, people who have cancer are dealing with terrible amounts of stress. I just feel like if you're someone who has to give people that news and help them through it, and like you're hoping it's going to work too, you can't be 100% sure as the doctor, you know? I wanted to run down to their floor to tell them, hey guys, guess what? It's working! It's working! I adore PJs. I have many pairs, microfleece and flannel or cotton. Well, when we lived on our own, or when I lived at home when I was growing up, I would wear pajamas, but that's because the house was like a comfortable temperature. It is very warm. It is very warm. Not in this room. The room that I'm in is quite comfortable, but the whole upstairs is quite like tank top and shorts all the time. So it's not functional for me to wear a full set of pajamas. But I know they already know, but I can't wait to see their reaction because my mom is stage 3-4. That's awesome. That will feel so good for them to be able to share that with you as well. You have siblings, right, Scrappy? Are they around for this whole thing, or are you the primary, like, point of contact care person with your mom, right? Are you rotten or are you dry? You're rotten. I have a brother. Oh, cool. Elderly people like their houses very warm. Indeed. It's not something I plan on trying to change. It's just something I'm knowing now. Just, yes, he likes to have the house very warm, which is fine because it's his house and he's more than welcome to keep it the way that he likes. It's just way too hot for me. We take care of her together. That's awesome that you have both of you helping. Don't have to just have it be all on you. Since the antidepressants started to sweat more, so I wear a nightie or a t-shirt, absolutely no pants. Pants are a no-go. Pants are a no, and socks are a no. If I fall asleep in socks or pants, I'll wake up like with a start in the middle of the night, like boiling hot. And it'll be like an emergency, like pants must be evacuated immediately. So I just don't normally sleep with them. But I was when I started here because I was like, oh, I don't want to be like surprised at any time, but the downstairs is kind of not something that he ever comes down into anymore because its stairs are hard. So it's not really something that I'm concerned about now. I'm her health advocate. In her living will, I'm the one in charge of everything, so I go every appointment and treatment. That's stressful. Just knowing that you're in her living will. I don't have a will yet. Do you guys have wills yet? I'll wake up with them on a pile on the floor with no memory of taking them off. Me, it's I have no memory of falling asleep, and then I'll wake up and be like, I'm dying. I need to take them off or I'll die. And then I'll just sleep on top of the covers for a few minutes until I cool down. But the antidepressants make you sweat more, huh? I feel like I don't know my... Oh, that's a rotten one. I don't know my body enough to know if the antidepressants made me sweat more. I will say this, since June, I've lost 28 pounds. I have about 10 gray hairs. Now I have fine lines on my forehead. I've clearly been stressed. I'm sorry about that. I don't like that for you. But, I mean, your mom probably really appreciates it, you know? Well, of course she does, but I just mean, like, I know you're not complaining, I have a rough set of last wishes set out because I am super particular of how I would not want my body to be dealt with after death. I'm just super vocal about it with my family. Anytime aging comes up and we talk about being older or anything about death, I'm always like, don't burn me. Don't put any chemicals in my dead body. I won't need them. Just put me in the ground. Put me in the ground somewhere where it's not going to bother anybody and it's not going to... I don't need like a stone. I don't need nobody's gonna care in 100 years that I existed. So I don't need a whole shebang. I just would like to just wrap me in a cotton blanket and put me in a hole. I don't even need a box. If it's not legally required for me to be buried in a box, don't bother burying me in a box. That's how I feel. So I just tell them all. I've told everyone in my family multiple times. I do not want to be my brain is saying fermented, but that's not the right word. What's the right word? Where they put chemicals in you. Embalmed. I don't want to be embalmed. Don't embalm me. I don't need it. I won't be here, so I don't need that. Also, just the idea of having all my blood drained and going down a drain and then having them fill the space where my blood used to occupy with a chemical so that I look less dead for like 3 days, and then I get buried anyway, full of chemicals that made me look less dead for 3 days. Ugh. It doesn't make sense to me. I know that in the past you'd want your bodies to stay looking alive because some people might need to identify the body, like, or whatever. I just don't see it as a functionally useful thing for me. We did our wills a few years after we got married and we recently updated everything. Cool. I just learned about mushroom coffins. The coffin is made of mushrooms. That's cool too. She teased and said she would treat me to it. I told her as soon as treatment's done, I'm going to treat myself to Botox. She said she would treat me to it. That's cute. I would just like to be put in the ground, but seeing it's illegal, I'm opting to be cremated. It's illegal? Oh, you mean to just, like, get put in the ground, like, without any people? I'm like, burn me, don't care, I'm dead. I can care less. Well, I think of it more about if I'm already dead. I used to think burn me, that's the easiest, best way, right? But now I don't feel that way about cremation, because it's like, that's a lot of energy required to burn a body. It's required to be at a high temperature for a high period of time. Like, it's not something that happens in 12 minutes or something. Like, it takes a bunch of time to cremate a body, which therefore is like a bunch of extra energy used. I'm already dead. You don't need to use extra energy on me. Just put me in the ground. Just put me in the ground somewhere, wrap me in a cotton blanket, and put me in the ground. I'll sort that out if I'm, like, making a will. I will sort that out so that they don't have to find a place where they can do that for me. Like, I'll get that set up. Obviously, if I die tragically early in life, that's not something I'll be able to set up. But I mean, like, if I'm planning my death process, I will do the whole thing where I buy a plot or whatever. But I feel like burning is just an extra step that I don't feel will be necessary. I understand that bodies take up space though, so there's that argument of like cremated bodies aren't going to take up space, therefore that's like less wasteful, but the amount of like you have to burn it, like that's requiring a lot to like they burn the bones, like all the bones are everything that doesn't get burned gets crushed, but I mean for cremation first they burn everything and then they crush what's left, so it's like it's a two-step process, you know. Make sure the money's already there too. Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't want that to be left behind for someone else to foot the bill for. They're already going to be heartbroken that I'm dead, hopefully. But I mean, like, I feel that way. Like, you're already suffering because somebody that you care about is gone. And now there's an expensive bill. And also when you're suffering, your brain is not super smart about money, you know? Like when you're sad that someone died, if you don't know what they wanted, you'll be like, give them everything, because I cared about them and now they're gone. So I understand that happening too, so I would want to prep for that by having it already all sorted. Like if I know I'm dying, like that kind of thing where I have time, then I'll just do it all then, but if not, then I'll do it as I'm aging. Hopefully. Hello, lovelies. Hey, Mary Grace. We're just talking about death. I know it's not efficient, but I hate the thought of me being embalmed and buried. I don't want to be embalmed at all, because, again, do you know what they do to embalm a body? They literally drain all of your blood. Like, you're on a table in a place, well, not you, your body is on a table in a place, and they drain out all of the blood that's in your body. And they fill the space where your blood occupied with a liquid that is poison. Doesn't sound great. Again, I understand why it exists. I just don't need it for me. It just doesn't, I don't understand. You're going to put me in the ground to rot in the ground full of chemicals. The worms are going to be eating a chemical me, you know? I don't know. And they put cotton in all of your orifices. It's extremely violating. Yeah, I don't love it for me. I don't love that for me. I want to be buried with my spindles so I can spin in the afterlife. Totally. The cost is very high to be buried. Oh, true. So there's that other side. Being buried costs a lot. And also, most likely, you're gonna get dug up at some point. Like, obviously not in the foreseeable future or anything, but like, eventually, the sanctity of your burial site will not be. People won't. The longer you've been dead, the less people care that you are a person. Think about the fact that we have museums with like fully embalmed people on display. Like they're not even, there's like zero respect. Once a certain amount of time has passed, the respect for the dead goes down to zero. So even if you think you're important, or even if you think nobody's going to disturb your burial site, they will. Eventually they will. So I guess being cremated means that your burial site will never be disturbed because there is no burial site. I'm huge on medical consent, and so it horrifies me to think someone would violate my corpse that way. Well, yeah. Ew. And also that you have no rights after you're dead, obviously, because you're dead, but I mean, like, so if you were like, don't embalm me, unless you wrote it down and had a witness sign it and had it legally notarized or whatever, your family or your next of kin can be like, I see that was like her opinion, but like, embalm her. You know what I mean? Like you're not there. That's why I actually want direct burial, less like for any of me to be left when the woods I get buried and get wrecked by future humans. Yeah, totally. Future human trash humans. Yeah. Totally. You'll rot completely away if you're just put in the ground. If you're put in I almost said sarcophagus. If you're put in whatchamacallit? What are they called? The box for burying people in. If you're put in one of those, they're made out of like, it's like they're trying to keep you around. I don't understand why though. You're like dead. Don't worry about it. You're gone. No big deal. I mean, big deal for everyone who loved you, but in the grand scheme of things, not great big deal. Mary Grace. Oh, Evie, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Yes, how are you, Evie? And also, welcome, Mary Grace. I'm an organ donor. I want donors to take everything they need and dump me in the ground wrapped in a cotton sheet. Yeah, totally. I mean, I don't know how much of my organs are going to be useful for anyone by the time I'm dead. I don't know if your antidepressants and stuff are going to make me less good. Am I less good to use if I'm on pills for stuff? Check out the mushroom coffins if you're looking for direct burial. The coffin aids in the process of returning you to the earth. I love that. That sounds great. Our bodies should feed the earth. I mean, I agree with you, except for the fact that we are like way more medicated than like a deer that dies in the forest. So I don't know how that would affect the earth. Probably that stuff would decompose. Like the half-life can't be crazy on that, right? Coffin, casket, thank you very much. I hate mummies in museums. It's so dark. Like, that's a person. Why did you disturb their resting place? But even if you disturbed their resting place because whatever, leaving the actual mummified body, like, behind glass, like, that was never the intention of the person who was buried. They were never intended to be on display, so it's kind of weird that, like, they'll unwrap a mummy and they'll, like, you'll be able to see the actual, like, dry face of a person, like it's a human being person who had a family and feelings, and like we're so disconnected that we're just like, wow, it's so cool, look at how well preserved their fingers are. And it's like, yeah, those fingers held a baby. That was someone's parent. Like, those fingers were wrapped lovingly by their family to send them to a better life. Like, it's kind of weird that we just the respect for the dead disappears if enough time has passed. Mixed nasturtium. Exactly. I get they're not in the body anymore, but like, so rude. Like, actually, the mummy thing gets into some pretty dark colonization theft issues too. Yeah, exactly. It's here. They're not even from here. You're putting them on display in Canada, like in the Museum of Nature in Ottawa, or like in the Museum of Natural History in Washington. It's like, you're putting them on display in North America when they're from Egypt. Like, they're not, it doesn't make any sense that they're here. That they're here unwrapped with the, like, cavities open. Like, they're showing you the internal structure of a real human being. It's not like you're seeing a diagram of what was done. You're seeing an actual human being. Look, see, they did this. They put resin. Here's the internal cavity of someone's dad. Like I get it if there's consent. Like the bodies exhibit. Alex and I went and saw that in Ottawa. But all of those people donated themselves. Like, there was consent that they knew what they were donating for. So that kind of thing I understand. But when it's a looted body, exactly, Sid, it's a little, you know. I opened Kira's remains and whoa, it was heavy and I could feel bone fragments. Weird, right? Bone fragments. I do like the idea of cremation and, like, having your loved ones, but imagine if you had, like, if every family had, like, a mausoleum room where it was just like, oh, this is our family. All of these vases are family members. That's kind of cool to me. The idea that it's like each family member could have their own little vase and travel with the family through time. Kind of cool. But at the same time, I don't want my remains to be something that someone has to carry with them forever. You know what I mean? Like, the idea that, like, if I'm in a vase and somebody has to carry me with them, like, now they have to find someone to give me to when they're old. Like, better if it's just nobody's responsibility once I'm dead. I feel like I don't want to make people have to do more than they're already dealing with. You know? I don't want to step on anybody's toes in my afterlife. I'm just going to put the nasturtiums that aren't yet dried into a little bowl pot thing I made out of clay. I have her ashes in jewelry. Yeah, see, that's nice. I mean, just bury yourself with the jewelry. Because imagine, like, so in 50 years, or how old are you? You're not old enough for it. Let's say in 75 years, 100 years, let's just make it super vague. In 100 years, if you if your necklace or jewelry item, whatever it is, with ashes isn't clearly disposed of, then it's just going to be a piece of jewelry. And then imagine like it ending up in a thrift store, but someone buys it and they're like, ooh, what a pretty little container. And it's actually got ashes in it. Just seems a little funky. A little funky to me. I mean, again, to each his own. So many nasturtium seeds, doo-dah, doo-dah. Okay, now let's pick some yarn. What are we gonna make today, Thunder? What do you think? Think we should make something cute? I feel like you could use a new sweater. You want a new sweater? Yeah, you probably do. What color should I do though? I need to save all my reds and greens. Why don't I just make something out of this yarn? That'll be fun. Evie, I appreciate that you're having a space to talk about this today. We need to normalize post-life body wishes and conversations. Well, thank you for saying that. And I agree that it shouldn't be something that we're super uncomfortable with. People just don't like thinking about themselves not being alive. Like, I don't think people are worried about the actual, like, you know what I mean? Like, people don't want to think about, like, you're going to be dead one day. You just are. Everyone you love and everyone you ever met is going to be dead one day. Just the way it is. But nobody wants to talk about it because nobody wants to imagine, like, I don't want to think about a day when my parents aren't here. I don't want to ever think about it, but it will happen eventually. It has to happen eventually. It's only the way the world works for it to happen eventually. So it would be nice for us to know what they want, because if we don't, then we will be left hoping that we did the right thing for them. Do you know what I mean? Like, if my parents, God forbid, passed away and I didn't know what they wanted, there would be this like second guessing of being like, did I do what they want? Did I respect whatever their wishes were? And as their kid, I would feel worry and guilt around that, as opposed to if they say like, this is what I want, this is how I want it, this is the way that I want everything, then I can know that at least in death, they got exactly the way they wanted it. I don't know, I just feel like leaving your, like, you won't be in your body anymore. But for the people that love you, your body isn't just a dead body. Like, you need to have clear things that you want, you know? Didn't anyone laugh at my wood surprise? Oh, I didn't see that. The light in the wood shed has gone out and it's pitch black, so I just fumbled around for firewood, and then I came in and told Ola it was so dark, it's wood surprise. Then I thought that sounded fun. A wood surprise! Which wood will I get? Lol. It's in a stone. Okay, cool. I stepped away for a bit coming into the middle of this topic. I want to be composted after any useful organs are harvested. Maybe in a tree pod? Yeah, I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that. And there's a new way that there's a small community doing this thing, and I thought it was pretty cool, where they're doing you can get composted, and then the compost, after X amount of years after the body is completely, like, composted, they can give it back to your family. So your family can, like, put your compost into the garden. I thought that was pretty cool, too. I need to have difficult to think about convos with her, you know, just in case. Well, yeah. Because without that information, not ideal. Okay, what did I wanted to practice some granny squares today. That was something I wanted to work on. So I'll talk through which ones I'm going to do. I'm looking at my crochet stitch, the crochet stitch Bible. I just want to check out some of their granny squares so that I can make granny squares for the stocking. That'll be cute. Sid, get it published and it'll be preserved in a library somewhere. What's that? I don't mind me not being here someday, but my brain gets super bent out about my stuff. Like, how do I preserve my writing forever? Is that even really possible? It stresses me out. Yeah, totally. Totally a good idea, though. Get it published, just self-published, so that you have a copy of your book that could go into a library. That'd be really cool. I'm obsessed with granny squares right now. Well, I'm thinking of doing a granny square stocking. So it would just be made out of different stocking shapes, but I need to figure out how to do granny squares first. Interesting granny squares. But unfortunately, all of these seem to have different shapes instead of it just being a square. Like, it's not... They're not super... This book, anyway. Let's check in the old Pinterest, see what we've got. I thought Ola could provide the wood. Yeah. Did he go get more? What are you wanting to make with the granny squares, Laura? So a stocking, a Christmas stocking. So like imagine like the letter L, like 3 granny squares long or 4 granny squares long by 2 granny squares wide, the letter L, but as a stocking, so that I can get 2 tutorials out of 1 tutorial, right? Like you're getting a granny square tutorial and a stocking tutorial for a Christmas pattern. Granny square. Let's see what the granny square world has to offer. Okay, we could do like, oh, you know what I could do? I could look at the granny squares you guys sent me, but first let me just check on the Pinterest. There's like dog paws. Ooh, this is a cool idea. Look at this granny square pillow. Come on, camera. There you go. Isn't that cool? That's pretty cool. You know what you should do? The ones that I have. You know what? You should do the ones that I have. Are they pretty? No, I was in a serious meeting and he waved at me. Like, sites I loved in high school don't even exist anymore. Right? Totally. I'm sorry, that must be different. Oh, my husband has a hard time talking about our mortality or even challenges we face as we age. Our house in its current state would not be hospitable if we become frail. That's stressful, totally. That is a stressful thing. I feel like that's like my dad. He's not comfortable talking about any of that stuff. I have a warm fire, coffee, and a dog. Oh, I love that idea for a leftover hand spun. Yeah, there you go. Plus, it'll be beautiful and unique. Beautiful and unique. I wonder if there's a chicken granny square. The sunflower granny squares are so pretty. I do love those ones, but I'm thinking, how about if they need to be like dense enough of a square that stuff doesn't fall out. You know what I mean? Because it's for a stocking. My hubby is off this weekend bringing out the Christmas stuff for me. I'll grab the stockings. Awesome. Dawn, thanks, Sid. That's how I want to go, to replenish a stripped land or rejuvenate a farm that needs replenishing. Totally. Ooh, cat granny squares. That's cute. Oh, a big yawn. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, flowers. What about, let me see Christmas granny squares, what the Pinterest has for us in ideas. Okay, a lot of people just make granny squares and then make appliques and stick them on top of the granny squares, and that's fine, but like, I want ones that are like granny squares for Christmas. Some of these are really cute though. I mean, I guess we could just do like a repeated granny square, you know? I like the hexies to make the stockings. Okay, let's see if there's a hexagon one in here. I would have to think of what that means in the shape. Spiral hexagon. Hexagon in doubles. Circle in doubles. Okay, let's try a hexagon, a small hexagon, and see how that feels. Oh, bye, Sid. Have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna run and get some lunch. Have a good rest of your day, and you too. Try a solid granny square, less holes. Okay, let's see the solid granny square. There's a puff stitch granny square. That one's pretty cute and looks like fairly good in terms of its like opacity. A plain granny square, that's fine. The double square, that's the one I usually do. That one's fine too. The old American square, just the general granny square. Make a poinsettia granny square. How? A new friend of mine recently sent me a book of crochet bag patterns. I want to make one as a gift for her. The pattern I selected is a granny square messenger bag. Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea. Laura, I have the same book. Awesome. It's a good book. I like it. I was just thinking squares would be easy for me though. You know what I hate about granny squares? Changing colors in the granny square. Anybody else? The hexagons are fun. I've already done a tutorial on the hexagon sweater though, so I don't know if I want to do hexagons, you know? Just because I want it to be like a new pattern. I kind of like the puff stitch. Let me see. It's yarn, insert hook is given, pull loop through 4 times in the same place, 9 loops on hook. Okay. One puff stitch, 2 chains, 1 puff stitch, 2 chains. Okay, mine look nothing like your sweater. Really? Will mine look nothing like my sweater? Like, did I even do it right in that tutorial? Here's a good question. I've seen granny square pillow covers with a fabric lining. Just an idea if you want more coverage for an open stitch. That's a smart idea too, Jillian. Evie, sorry, read your username. Mary, puff would be cute. Well, let's try it to see if I can figure it out, because that's important for me to be able to figure it out before I teach anyone how to do it. Okay, so round 1. Okay, first we have to create a ring. Are we going to do a magic ring? No, I'm going to do a chain 4. Actually, I guess I could just use the first stitch. Okay, puff stitch is yarn over, insert hook. Okay, so if there's a chain 3, so yarn over, insert hook, pull a loop through 4 times in the same place. Okay, 1, 2, oops, that's a little bit tight. Okay, I've made like a million of them. No, I don't care about changing colors because you tie it off. You don't care about it? Has hers out yet to take a photo? I have like a million of them through the past, but they were how I taught myself to crochet. Yeah, I've made like a million squares, but I haven't made them in different ways. I like chain 4. Yeah, I prefer it to be a chain 4 for a double crochet start as opposed to the ring. I'm not a fan of the magic loop. It stresses me out. 1, 2, and then 3 and 4, and then we'll consider that 1 double crochet. Right? Oh no, they're puff stitches, so it has to be a magic loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so chain 8 is how they start. Begin with a chain 8. Okay, actually it wrote it. Doesn't bother me to change colors. It bothers me to change colors. I don't like it. What are we doing? I just enrolled myself here. Hello, welcome, and thank you for subscribing. I am trying to make a puff stitch granny square to see how that feels to make for a tutorial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we are going to slip stitch into the first chain made. You got it. Now the puff stitch into the ring. 1 slip stitch in the top of the first puff stitch. 1 puff stitch, 2 chain, and a puff stitch. Geez Louise, why are you so difficult for me to understand right now? Okay, a puff stitch. Yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, 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 and yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop. Now we're hoping for there to be 9 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Yarn over, and pull through all 9. Oh my gosh, there's like no room though. That seems like not enough space. Hold on. Just hold on, I'm figuring it out. Okay. I'm supposed to be filming today in the afternoon, but I don't know what thing I want to film first. I think I'll do the bonnet first today. If I don't film, I'll be writing patterns. Okay, there. And then they want me to chain 2. Chain 1 and chain 2. Also hate sewing all the squares together. I'm one and done crocheter. Slinky, same. 100% agree with that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Yarn over, and then we're gonna pull through all 9. Wow, that's like a tight fit. Is it supposed to be such a tight fit? Did I do something wrong? There, pulled through all 9. I don't mind sewing them together. Well, congrats! Someday, maybe I'll be able to be that person who can just happily put things together after finishing making them, but that's not who I am. One and done here too. Yeah. Good, it's not just us then. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to pull up a long loop. I did that wrong. Okay, hold on. We can do this. It's gonna be fine, everyone. Don't even worry about it. Well, I'm living my best life here in a recliner in front of a cozy warm fire, coffee in hand, dog in lap, and the community. The best. Okay, yarn over. 1. What? Burke. Deep breaths. I've been crocheting since 2011, so I've become so used to it I don't mind all the things that come along with craft of crochet. Well, maybe someday I'll be there, but I'm not there yet. Like weaving in ends. It's just a part that I like to pretend isn't gonna happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so far, not loving the puff stitch. At least for the first round, I'm not loving it. Good. Pulled it up. That was a nice workout. Hi guys, I'm back. Welcome back, Oracle 1 and 2. Welcome to a great bunch of crafty people that talk about whatever. Very creative, smart, and loving people. You'll learn so much. That's the truth. Oh y'all, I started a shawl last night with this halo-y yarn that has a reflective string and sequins in it. It's so pretty. Sequins in the yarn, cool. I used to hate weaving in ends, but now I don't know, I enjoy it a lot. What a weirdo. Yes, you are a weirdo. With peace and love. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull through all. Chain 1, chain 2. How many times am I going around? Oh my god, how are they expecting me to fit that many? I can't fit that many. Okay. Insert hook as given. What do you mean? 4 times in the same place, pull through all 9 loops. Begin with an 8, slip stitch. 8 times into the ring. 1 puff stitch, 2 chain, 8 times into the ring. There's no way that that's gonna fit in the ring. I mean, maybe it will. Okay, let's just try before we just give up out of the gate. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's no way that 8 are gonna fit. Well, it would make good money, Evie. What did Evie say? I would love to weave in the end service. Oh gosh. That would be a service I feel like kind of like, you know how people pay for people to quilt their quilts for them? Like people make quilt tops and then they give them to someone who has a quilting machine to pay for them to have it quilted. Why not have a weave in the end service? 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Maybe 8 of them will fit. Mary, thank you, Dawn. It's discounted yarn, but hopefully you have enough. Oh, I missed. Yes, Mary. Mary, I love weaving in the ends because it means the project is about done. 1 and 2. So you'll be playing Yarn Chicken at some point. Most definitely, that will be what happens. If you're not sure if you have enough yarn, there will be a stressful period in that project where you're where you're going, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I hope, I hope, I hope. Although winning Yarn Chicken is like one of those great feelings that nobody who isn't a crafter / crocheter or knitter, whatever Yarn Chicken crafts there are, they just can't understand. You try to explain, like, there was a period in, well, why didn't you just get enough yarn for the project? It's not the point, okay? The point is, I didn't know if I had enough yarn for the project, and I almost didn't, and then I did. It's like, how do you explain that in a way that, like, it makes you feel so happy when you win Yarn Chicken, you know what I mean? But for people who don't craft, or yarn craft anyway, they would probably not understand it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like when you only buy 1 can of paint for a room, and you're like, it'll probably be fine, and then you almost don't have enough paint for the room. 1 and 2. Let me count how many I got to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, maybe 8 of them will fit in here. This is going to be a big yarn suck, though. The puff stitch is very yarn heavy. 2, 3, and 4. So that'll be a warning on my video. Make sure you have lots of yarn because this one will use a lot of yarn. 1 and 2. I think I changed when I had over 100 ends to weave in. It's like, I'm so used to it. It's just all of a sudden I didn't mind it. I used to hate it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. Okay, 8 will fit in the hole, I guess. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Through all 9. Come on, Laura, you can do this. Got it. And then chain 2. 1 and 2. All right. 8 times slip stitch into the top of the first puff stitch. You got it. Done. Okay, round 2. 1 slip stitch in the next chain space. Got it. And then what? 1 puff stitch in the same chain space. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Does a puff stitch always have to have the 4 wraparounds? What if I only do it with 3 wraparounds? Is it called something else, or is it like a half puff stitch? Check the Discord, Laura. I will. My husband was in the Air Force. They call bingo fuel enough fuel in the aircraft to fly home. He calls Yarn Chicken bingo yarn. Oh, pretty! Oh yeah, that doesn't look anything like the way my hexagons look. I guess you must have done it the other granny square way, like the way where you do like a chain 1 in between each group of 3 stitches or whatever. That's really pretty. Oh, that's so fun. I like it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sets of 2 double crochet. So 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. Is that what's happening? I like it. Thank you, Scrappy. Laura, your shirt and sweater are so well matched, it makes my Virgo part of me so happy. Dawn, I'm so fashion. That's what it is. I'm just a fashionable person. Lol. But also, thank you. I didn't make them. There is no pattern. My grandmother-in-law made them for everyone. Okay, cool. Well, even with no pattern, I feel like it looks like 2 double crochets are what makes up each little piece. Each little star shape piece. I know what I'm thinking. That's what's important here. Gosh, okay. Oh, Alex and I saw the new James Bond movie. Has anyone else seen that yet? It was fine. It took us 2 days to watch, and nobody watched her make them. Great. Okay, round 2, slips 1 puff stitch in the same chain space, 2 chains, 1 puff stitch in the next chain, 2 chains. Okay, cool. 1 double crochet 2 chain, 1 double crochet in the top of the next puff stitch. Oh gosh, now we're going to be getting into doing it. Well, that's cute though. The middle part is cute. Can I just not do puff stitches though? That is a lot of yarn for like a circle thing. I mean, it's cute, but it's so thick. I'm such a brat. 1 year my stocking went missing, so I kept everyone's hostage. Lol. I'm going to try and figure out a different way to do a circle thing. And by figure out, I mean the puff stitch is just a lot of stitch. So many loops. Okay, so if I have an 8, let's see what I could do. 1, 2, and 3 in double crochets. So let's do 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Mine was found fast, lol. We have our family stockings that stay at my mom and dad's house. Hold on, 1, 2, so this will have 2, and this will be, that stay at my mom and dad's house, and my grandma made all of them, but they're sewn. They're like quilted stockings. And then there's 2 that are my mom and dad's, and those ones are crocheted, and my Nana made those ones. So my grandmother, the one whose house I am in, she made the ones for all the kids, and they all have our names stitched into them as well. 1 and 2. I'm gonna see if I can figure out that hexagon, or something like it anyway, something that'll be a nice shape. 1, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see. 2. So 1, 2, and then chain 1 and chain 2. I love homemade stockings. Yes, me too. I feel like it goes well with the whole vibe of Christmas, you know? Into the top there. Did you already show the first sweater she knitted? No, I have not shown it yet. My grandpa's not given it to me yet to show. So chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, turn the work, 1 and 1 and 2. Let's see what happens here. But I also love homemade stockings, Scrappy. I think that they are a good vibe. Hers starts with 12 double crochet, and it looks like there is a chain 1 or 2 between each set of 2 DCs. That's what I thought I saw. So I did 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 2, and we're going to see if that turns into something here. I feel good about it. I feel like it's going to work. And 2, 1. Yeah. What did y'all think about the dresses and sweaters I posted? Would you pay for them or let your little girl wear? I love making them with hats, bloomers, and booties. Oh my gosh, I thought they were very cute. I like how simple it seemed. Like the construction seemed like for the dress part, it was like a really ruffly little skirt. I thought they were very sweet. I like them, Dawn. Yes, I would make my little girl wear them with little bloomers. Although I love the little bloomers that are sewn. I find those ones to be... Oops, chain 1. Okay, good. Chain 2. Sorry, I'm just counting stitches at the same time here. Hold on. If that's a chain 2, that's a chain 1. If that's a chain 2, this is a chain 1. Is that a chain 2 though? Chain 1, chain 2. Yes, it was. Okay. I thought they were very cute. Eventually, if I have a baby girl someday, what I want to do is the elastic sewn bloomers, like the things that are like a diaper cover essentially. I think those are the cutest thing in the world, but those dresses are very cute, and totally they would be so cute for like a little family photo shoot with one of those like a hat that has a brim, you know, and like a little flower on it or something. Very cute. I thought they were very cute. In the Discord, if you guys are like, what are you talking about? There's pictures in the Discord. Dawn shared all of these beautiful dresses that she made. 1 and 2. Laura, I just saw your IKEA thing. Lol. Oh, yeah, that was for you, obviously. I'm glad you just saw it. There was a joke, and it was like the president of IKEA just became the prime minister or whatever of Sweden. And Do you know what he's doing now? Assembling his cabinet. It was funny. I thought it was really funny because it's an IKEA joke, because assembling furniture is what you need when you buy IKEA. I thought it was funny, okay? And 2. All right, let's see how this is looking. That's a chain 1, that's a chain 2, so this is a chain 2, chain 1, chain 2, and then this will be a chain 1. Yeah, this is cute. I like it. I think this is a cute little pattern, little granny square, and also quite quick, which I appreciate because I don't like how long that puff stitch took. 1 and 2. And then chain 2. And then we'll slip stitch there. I wish these stockings still smelled like her. Well, was that a chain 2? Hold on. That should have been a chain 1 then. Chain 1, chain 2. I did 2 chains in the wrong spot there. Okay, so now let's do chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. I'm currently crocheting a baby blanket using granny squares. Oh, that's cool, Mary. What colors are you doing it? Oh, that's a chain 2, so then we'll do chain, so double crochet, chain 1. Oops, nope, hold on. Gotta get through all the loops there. Sorry, I can't really concentrate well at the same time as trying to figure something out, if you can't tell. Baby blue, aw. So, what kind of yarn are you using? I suppose I better go and do stuff. Lovely chat, bye friends. Bye Evie, have a good rest of your day. Don't work too hard. I loved the IKEA joke, right? I thought it was funny. And I thought that Frida would think it was funny too, so that's why I thought I would, you know, send it off. Okay, hold on. If that's a chain 1, that's a chain 2, so that's a chain 1. Okay, hold on. That's fine. Now I've got it. I've figured it out. Okay. It was funny. The owner of IKEA was actually the man who invented flat packets and IKEA until his death in 2018. Really, the owner of IKEA was the same person who invented it all the way until 2018. Chain 1. Is that where a chain 2 is going to go? Laura, figure it out. Here, let's look at this for a sec. Just hold on, everybody. So if that is, that's going to be a flat side, so that'll be a chain 1, then a chain 2 will go here. That's a corner. Okay. Okay, we got it. We got it. I am totally IKEA indoctrinated, Frida. A true Swede. I can spot IKEA furniture in series and movies. Yeah, that is indoctrinated. Totally. You're in. Yeah, he had an iron grip on that company. That's crazy. Flat packing was a good idea, though. Although apparently IKEA here now is not doing awesome. Like not doing awesome. The shipping right now is bad because of the whole way the world is on fire. It is affecting 1 and 2 the like getting delivery of IKEA goods. I don't know where I saw that. Maybe it was on Twitter or maybe Alex told me. One of the two. He made so much money. Yes, I imagine. 1. Where do you think you're going? Get back here. What are you gonna do? You gonna go bother Alex? Okay, you can go bother Alex. I don't care. I do care. Stay with me. I love you. I bet. And hold on. Now we're at a chain 2 space. Okay, hold on. I think we're doing good. I think we got this, you guys. I think this is happening. And then chain 2. And then insert. I think we are golden. I think we've got this. I think I can do this hexagon. This might be a cool sweater pattern too. It's, well, I guess it would kind of show your skin through it, which is not my ideal scenario. 1 and 2. Chain 1. 2. I feel like I might be giving too many points here for it to be a hexagon. I think I've changed it into a many-sagon. that's what I did. Cool. Cool. Sorry, I had to look at that picture again. There's a puff stitch, then popcorn, then bobble stitches, big time yarn eaters. Use when you have a lot of yarn to use up. Wonderful textures and looks. And lots of nice weight to it too, right? Totally. Yeah, the texture is lovely. The weight is lovely, but the yarn suck nature of it is not ideal. Too many corners right now. I screwed up. And I own a lot of IKEA furniture. I have my favorites I have to have, and I know how to select the good stuff that'll last and not the furniture that's made of fluff and lacquer. Yeah, some of the furniture totally is made of fluff and lacquer, absolutely, but some of it's really good. I mean, I have some stuff that we've had for a really long time, like a wooden table that's just made of wood, Alex's desk. We've had it since we were in university. And he has zero intention of ever getting rid of it. 1, chain 1 and chain 2. Figure this out, Laura. You could do it. Connect the 2. Sometimes I just need a minute, you know? Oh, I just saw your new chair. That looks comfy. It's not new. I'm just borrowing my grandpa's office chair because he doesn't use his office anymore. And it just was in there, and I was like, why am I sitting on like a kitchen chair? We still haven't gone to Costco. That's the actual reason that I don't have an actual chair. We just haven't gone to Costco. But I have to go like this week or next week to Costco to pick up a poinsettia because that is the location that you have to get the poinsettia from for it to be the right poinsettia. Again, particular, I don't care. I'll go to poinsettia. I'll go to Costco for the poinsettia. But anyway, I have to go there for poinsettias for the house. For Christmas, so I'll just get our chairs then. But yes, I still haven't gotten us our chairs. Are you surprised? Last minute, Laura. Late to do anything. But yes, it is very comfy. Thank you for noticing. Okay, if that's one side, isn't it each? How does that make sense, Laura? Come on, just figure this out. You could do this. 1, 2, and 3. Now we have 6 sides. So we want to do, this is a chain 2, which would make it a corner, which means we're going to do a chain 2 in this corner. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to figure out what I'm doing, but once I figure it out, it's going to be just fine. 1 and 2, and then we'll just do a chain 1. Okay, got it. I think I figured it out. Right. So that will go there. Or am I going to just put 4? World is hard. Hold on. If that's a corner, this is also a corner, right? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, so that's also a corner. Gosh. So what's everybody else working on today as I just struggle through my figuring out of this granny square? What's everybody else doing? Is anybody else making any, is anyone else on a new project? How about that? Anybody else working on a new project? Because today I finished the rough work for the baby pants. Actually, I think that's probably what I'm going to do today is write out the pattern for that. And then if I have time in the afternoon still, I'll film part of it. But yeah, I think it's going to be the baby pants today. I'm currently working on a blanket for my cats, who obviously deserve it. So, lol, but also good kitties. I have a new yarn that I love, inexpensive, a 4-weight, and feels silky between my fingers, yet it feels a little bit like a weighted blanket. Overjoyed. I found it at Walmart, working with it as we speak. Do you know what brand, what kind it is? Because I'd love to know. I have some lovely chunky yarn that needs a project idea. Chunky yarn I've never been able to figure out. I've just, anytime that I get chunky yarn, it ends up just being a blanket, because that's the only thing I can think of where the chunky yarn actually fits the, like, the project. I just crochet a half double crochet blanket or a single crochet blanket. 1 and 2. I just got my new service dog leash for me. It's a belt with several loops so I can connect Millicent to my waist and I have my hands free. Oh, that's awesome. I need to get a shorter leash for Thunder. We have a 6-foot long leash, and that was because that was what was available. I think actually, yeah, I think it's a 6-foot long leash, because in my head I was like, 6 foot's a standard leash, we'll get him a standard leash, because we couldn't find his old leash, because we don't walk him on a leash, we just let him out in the backyard. But anyway, here we have to go for a walk with him, so we had to do getting a new leash, but the 6-foot leash is way too long. Thunder walks so close to me when we're walking that I have the leash folded in half, and like it's just so much. There's just so much leash. I just need a new leash that is small. That's what I'm trying to say. I need a much smaller new leash. A much shorter. I also need one that doesn't have a heavy buckle on it. Like the 6-foot long leash, it's like they're trying to keep a big dog on it. 1, 2, and 3. But Thunder's so small, so it's just heavy for him. Like it's just a heavy thing that's like too much work for the little guy. Okay, so that's a chain 2, that's a chain 1. So right here will be a chain 1. 1, chain 1, and then 2 more. Red heart number 3, weight, size 4, hook, half double crochet baby blanket. Just a straight back and forth half double crochet baby blanket, Mary. And baby blankets, what is that size then? Is that like 36 inches? I'm gonna make like a nativity for Christmas. I posted a picture in Discord. Let me have a look, Louisa. Oh, that's cute. Little amigurumi, Mary and Joseph. That's adorable. No, not half double crochet. It's double crochet. Okay, cool. Sorry. I must have just read half double crochet. Granny square. Oh, right. So you can just keep going. That's convenient. I do love granny squares for that, is that you can just keep going around and around. Appreciate that. Mary Grace, for bathroom trips, we have a 20-foot leash. For walks, we have a 6-foot, but she's a husky, so, you know. Well, yeah, like a big dog, I get a 6-foot leash, because a big dog is gonna walk a little bit ahead of you, you know what I mean? Thunder walks right beside me, and that's like this long away. And he doesn't, like, try to go farther ahead. It's not like he doesn't pull. The leash is just dangling below him. And then the little buckle hits him in the chest, because for him, like, the buckle is like that big, but for how big he is, the buckle is about this, like, long on him. So when the buckle is on his collar, it's like bumping into his shoulder, and I want to find one that has a tiny little buckle so it doesn't bother his poor little shoulders, because he's so small. 1, 2, chain 1. Is it a chain 1 between those ones? Hold on. That's a corner. That's not a corner. So would there be no... I think that one will just be a no chains. Sorry, figuring this out. I'm self-taught, so I'm not sure on all this, but I know I know granny squares for sure. Granny squares are very useful for that reason. Okay, there's chain 1, chain 2. And now we're going to do it into this corner. Okay, come on, Laura, you got this. Overjoyed was made in China and sent to Quebec and sold at Walmart. Number 4, weight. Made in China, sent to Quebec, sold at Walmart. Very good. Overjoyed is what it's called. Very good. And no, it's not half double crochet, it's double crochet in a granny square. Cool. And we'll do a chain 1. Cool, cool, cool. I think I figured this out. I think I got it. I think I got this. 1 and 2. Good, I got it. It comes with an adjustable leash, so you can change it depending on how closed you want your dog and how big your dog is. My dog is very, very small, as you guys know. And I feel like I could just do a chain stitch, like chain 150, and that would be enough for Thunder, like, to hold him back. He's very small, so, like, a leash that is... The problem is that Alex wanted to get a reflective leash, because now we're going for walks, like, at night, too. So we got the reflective leash, but the reflective leash didn't come in tiny dog size. It only came in 6-foot, like, belt size, like a pretty big size. Back, my dogs were demanding to go out so they could say hi to Storm. Oh, they're friends. That's nice. But yeah, so I feel like I just want to, maybe I'll find a reflective yarn and I'll just make Thunder a leash. Like literally a braid. 3 pieces of yarn in a braid would be like more than enough to keep Thunder safe. A service dog is supposed to be quite close. Oh yes, indeed. Well, Thunder, although very much not a service dog, would not pass any of those tests. He does stay very close to me when we walk. That is unless another dog is very close by, in which case he launches in the direction of the other dog, or bike, or group of children playing. He's not he's not a good dog. Like, he's a great dog. I love him. He's a great dog, and I think that he's a very good dog, but he's not actually good at going for walks when he needs to perform. He's great when we're on our own. Like, he hasn't had any troubles yet because we've barely interacted with any dogs. But anytime he sees a dog, he freaks right out. Usually people just laugh because they're walking a husky or 2 Great Danes. One of our neighbors has 2 Great Danes, and Thunder will be pulling on his leash, like his neck, pulling on his neck, freaking out at these dogs. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What's gonna happen, Thunder, if you engage with this Great Dane? First of all, nothing, because Great Danes are mostly friendly. But second of all, what is it's like a horse. How are you even gonna interact with it? I have a store here named Tiny Friends that has things just for small dogs. It's great. I would love things for... Oh, that's another thing I want to make. I forgot to say it to you guys. I think I've told you, actually. I want to make a dog hat for Thunder, like a toque, like a little beanie, but that has holes for his little ears, so he can have a nice little hat for winter. It has Great Drape made a baby blanket for a boy. Yep, Overjoyed is the brand. Okay, cool. Well, next time I'm at Walmart, I'll keep an eye out for it. That's going to be this week. We have to go to Walmart. 1 and 2. Great Danes are so beautiful. They are indeed. They are very big, especially in comparison to a Chihuahua. My brother has 2 Great Danes as well, and they are very large. His biggest dog is, he's like a freak show, this dog. His name's Floyd, and he's got to be near 200 pounds, and when he comes up to you, his head is like about at your chest when you're standing. Like, when you're standing and he walks up to you, his head is at your chest. Like, when he says hello, you're petting like this. Like, that's how tall he is. He's a big boy. And whenever he sees you, if he knows you, like when he sees me, he smiles. Like, he goes and shows his teeth, but like it's like a trained thing. He's smiling. It's very sweet. He's a very sweet dog. But they are so big. Like, it's not about the size of the dog I would be concerned about. It's like the poop that I would be concerned about. Because, like, if you have a Great Dane, you can't just leave the poop. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a big backyard and you have a Chihuahua and you don't pick up the poop, it's going to dissolve into the grass. If you don't pick up the poop for a Great Dane, it's not going to dissolve. It's like bigger than a human poop. So that's the only thing that I think of. Like, the larger the dog, the more I'm like, I'm going to have to pick up some human-sized poops outside. I'm not super interested in doing that. I've made a bunch of hats for dogs. How? What did you do? Knitting or crochet? And did the dogs like them? Millicent is skeptical. She probably thinks she has to wear it. Just looking at it like, oh, I don't know. I don't know, Mom. Why is that? Why are you trying to make me wear things that are service dog things? Oh, yes, Thunder. Yes, you're very cute. Yes, he's trying to get his back scratched. He's using my foot. It has Great Drape. Oh, the Overjoyed yarn. Cool. The Bonnet Handicrafter cotton is great for learning to crochet stuff with, I find. The drape on this one it's so stiff. It's great for like dishcloths and stuff, but it's also really good for learning stitches because it's very clear where your stitches are, which is nice. I want to make a hat for Thunder though. That's on my goals list for this winter. I want him to have a hat when the snow starts. Right, Thunder? You need a little hat. You're so cute. Okay, I figured out this granny square, you guys. I figured it out. Took me a minute there, but I got it. 1 and 2. You're very, very cute, but I'm not picking you up. So if you want something, you're gonna have to go find it elsewhere. There we go. Oh, also this Wednesday, the stream is going to be rescheduled into the afternoon because I have therapy. I didn't realize it was this week, but I have therapy this week, so it's on Wednesday. Hey there, Tanya. So I'm not going to be here in the morning because it's at like, I don't remember if it's at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, but it's sometime in the morning on Wednesday. So I'm not going to be able to be streaming during that time. So I think I'll just do a 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. stream like last week, just to make up for it. It even has detachable pockets for treats and stuff. That's cool. Another thing that doesn't help me, even though Thunder is so food motivated, not if there's another dog around. It makes it very difficult for him to concentrate. My poor little guy. He's very, he's aggressive in his voice. He doesn't bite or anything, like he doesn't do anything with his aggression, but he's very aggressive to other dogs. Most of the time, all of the time. He's never had a dog that reacted poorly to his aggression, but he doesn't bite. He's just screaming the whole time he sees them. Posting them to Discord. I've made a bunch of oh, awesome, hats for dogs. Good. I would like to see them. I have a dog who would like a hat. He wouldn't like a hat. Thunder doesn't want to wear clothes. It's cold though, and you're small, so I don't know what you want from me, my dude. You're very small. Yeah. You want me to take your sweater off? Is that why you're getting butt scratches? Come here. Oh, so handsome. Oh, so handsome. There you go. Now you're naked. You're naked. You're a handsome naked boy. Now you can put your collar back on. Your new collar. Oh, so handsome. Look at how nice it, oh, it fits so good on your fat little neck. Hey? Your fat little neck now has a collar. You little piggy. Yeah, therapy is important. I did mine last week. Good. Yes, therapy is important. I made for fosters for pigs. Let's have a look. No! Oh, baby dog. Look at that dog. No, that little chihuahua, that brown chihuahua. I didn't know I needed a brown chihuahua. And now I know I need a brown chihuahua. Look at that dog. Oh my god. Okay, the other one's cute too. Cute little scruffy puppy with eyebrows. But that chihuahua though. Look at, it's only like 5 rounds because they're so small. Oh god. I didn't even like chihuahuas. Before we got Thunder, I didn't even like them. And now I am like a chihuahua. I want to make a hat for my dog. That's, you know. I made for fosters for pics for their profile pics. So cute though. God. I'm gonna eventually have another chihuahua for sure. She's the one that my husband found on the road. She begged to get in his car. She was on the road? Just waiting for her family to find her. And then you found her. And now she has a home and a family. That's nice. 1, 2, 3. And turn. Look, I got the hexagon figured out. That would totally make a good sweater for a hexagon instead of the way that I did it before. That's cute. I'm into it. I'm just going to keep going on this hexagon to practice. 1. And 1. Brown coats. Brown coats. Yeah, she had puppies and we looked all over for them but never found them. Oh. Oh, she was a mama? Oh god, well, maybe somebody had puppies with their dog and then it was like, or not with their dog, with a dog, you know what I mean? Like they didn't keep her after the puppies. 1 and 2. I love the color blend. Me too. Yeah, I'm making an adult cocoon blanket. Cool. You know, I've seen those as the mermaid tail blankets. That's essentially an adult cocoon, isn't it? You just put your legs into it, except it's a mermaid tail. I named her Junebug, and she now lives in Oregon on a big farm. She rides with her owner on his tractor. That's what Thunder would do. He would just be a car dog, a dog for hanging out, and like he could be a road trip dog for sure. When Alex and I adopted him, we said he would have been a great dog for a trucker if we didn't adopt him, because he loves just sleeping on the seat next to you or in your lap. Like he's a great for long haul. He would be a great long haul trucker dog because he doesn't take up a lot of room. His food and supplies don't take up a lot of room. He'd be perfect for that. I mean, obviously, he's mine. Not going to happen, but I think that would have been a good job for him. I made one of those a couple years ago, a mermaid tail. Oh, cool. And hexagons are such a great shape. I agree. Thank you, Scrappy, for suggesting the hexagon for the... Come on, Laura. For the stocking. It was found near the ghetto. Well, bummer for her, but also good thing she's in Oregon on a farm now. Living her best life. Not being forced to have puppies anymore. Like, literally backyard breeders mistreats their dogs, so she found the right guy to help her. Totally. She was like, I need out of here. I do not want to have any more babies for no reason. I hope her babies are okay, wherever they are. Do Chihuahuas have full litters, or are they like a two puppy litter? They're so small. Millicent hates the car. She whined 40 minutes to and 40 minutes from my sister's house. Oh my god. The whole way she doesn't like it. Thunder is asleep when we're not even out of the driveway yet. Like, he gets in the car, sits on your lap, Alex turns the car on, and Thunder is like, we're good. We're going to a road trip now? Perfect. Good night. See you when we get there. And he'll roll around in all different places on my lap. Like, he'll like be on his back for part of it with his legs up in the air. He'll be curled up in a little ball. He's very, very happy to just drive. My poor hubby, he finds dogs all the time. He just found one with a rope around its neck. What? How does that happen? Does he have to drive through a lot of, I don't know, sketchy dog places for work? A rope around, just a rope? I don't know why people are awful to animals. I don't know how you could be awful to animals. They just don't, it's not their fault. They just love you for unconditionally, because that's what they're here for, that's what they've been bred for years and years and years and years and years, is to be man's best friend. And then people mistreat them, but all they want is to be man's best friend. They just want to be in your family. Nope, sitting up, dog belted in the back seat, whining and panting. She really hates it. Dogs have to be secured in the car by law. I mean, that's not the case here, I don't think. I guess I should find that out. He sits on my lap and sleeps. Excuse you. Thunder. Don't bark. That's so rude. Nobody wants a dog that's barking for no reason. No. He's facing that clown and the masks, by the way. He's sitting underneath me, facing the direction that the clown and the masks are in. Not a doorway, just where they're facing. Don't love that for myself right now. Just signed up for CPR and EMT courses. Well done. That's awesome. Very responsible. Good thing to know about. Yes, when he goes to work, he drives through random areas. Okay. That must have been nice when you were still able to do fostering. Just have him come home with a cute chihuahua one day. Thunder. What are you doing? Why are you growling? What are you growling about? Do you even know why you're growling? I don't think you do. Mary Grace, that's great. I agree. Oh, I won't say that why he might be barking then. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it, okay? I don't want to think about why he's barking at the direction of this creepy clown that is in the basement with me. He's literally sitting underneath. He's shaking now. He's shaking face. No, I'm not okay with that, Thunder. You're making me feel weird, okay? No, don't go towards it. Come here. Don't. I don't want you talking to it. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so small. Maybe he knows that I think it's freaky, so he's like, maybe if I ask to sit with you, if you don't want to sit with me, then I'll go talk to the clown. Huh? Here, let me give you something comfy to sit on instead of just my lap, huh? There. Oh, is that better? Here, get it all underneath. Is that good? Can't you hide the clown in a cabinet or something? I just haven't yet. Yes, I should, and I can. I just haven't yet. They were checked for chips and then given to rescues. They're so good for you to learn, a selfless thing to do for others. Also, it helps when you're in an emergency situation, because there's that whole bystander effect, right? People go like, someone else will help. If you have the skills to help, it'll make it easier for you to act in an emergency situation. Like, if you're doing your training for CPR regularly, like annually or biannually or whatever, every 2 years, I think is how it's here, then you're more likely to do something in case of emergency, so that's good. Why is he so small? Who did that to you? Literally what I say to him every day, Mary Grace. Why? That's what I want to know. Whenever I think that, I have to look at you. Who did this to you? Why are you so small? Can I kiss? He's looking at me like, why did you pick me up? Look, but he's like slowly losing the energy to hold himself up and slowly falling back. He's like the laziest dog. He just won't hold himself up. He just won't do it. He's just far too small. Why? Who did this to him? He's so small. Well, I'm taking the EMT to become an EMT. Oh, very good. Gud, Blutz, and gore doesn't bother me. Well, thank you for doing that training, because no, not for me. Who did this? Who made you so small? Who made you so tired? Can I have a high five, though? Can I have a high five? High five, come on. You know how to do it. High five. Can I have a high five? Thank you. That was so not enthusiastic. The least enthusiastic high five I've ever seen. Can I have a high five? Oh, thank you. Can we kiss? Thank you. So sweet. Ugh. Sorry. DK, oh, your little pooch is gorgeous. Thank you. I think so too. Even though he's got a unique personality where he thinks he's much bigger than he really is. Only when it's in relation to dogs. In relation to people, he knows exactly how tiny he is. In relation to dogs, he thinks he is much larger. Look, he looks like dejected. He looks like somebody has hurt his feelings. Did somebody hurt your feelings? Why are you just leaning against me? Are you thinking about why you're so small? Bye all, thanks for keeping me company. Gotta go to the DMV. Good luck, Scrappy. Sorry that you have to deal with the DMV today, but have a good rest of your day. Mary Grace doesn't bother me either. I don't know if it's the blood and gore that would be the part that bothers me, or the part that it's a person. You know what I mean? Like, blood and gore, when it's abstract, doesn't bother me. Like, just the sight of blood and gore, no. But it's the problem of, like, a human, like a person freaking out because they're experiencing the blood and gore. You know what I mean? Just relaxing. So cute. Another cloudy day. Yes, he's definitely... Look at him. Come on. What do you want, dude? You're so cute. Okay. Go like this so that you're not in my way, though, okay? There. Okay. No, you've changed how you want to... Okay, good. Perfect. That's fine, too. Anyway, yeah, it's not the blood and gore abstractly that would bother me. It's the person or the family or the, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the emergency situation that includes people, because then there's more action than just blood and gore going on. You know what I mean? Like, there's upset and fear, and I don't like that. I don't like that vibe. My phone just lit up. Oh, not for anything. Or go through the schooling. I would totally be okay with that. I just don't have the energy to keep a job or go through the schooling. Fair. Yeah, and you have to be able to like lift a body, right? Like just like firefighters, it's like part of that training is like you have to be able to carry a body upstairs or downstairs, like with your partner or whatever. But I had a friend who did that whole education um, and then didn't end up being an EMT because they were like, it's exhausting carrying human body people. All Chihuahuas think they're big dogs. I mean, I believe it. He thinks he's a big dog. Only when it comes to dogs, though. When it's people, he knows how little he is, and he knows how cute he is, and how people will give him snacks if he's just so sad and small. But when it's dogs, he is a macho man. That's for sure. Oh, I'm enjoying this hexagon now that I'm understanding of how it works. I feel more confident about it. What will be for lunch today? I think I'm gonna make quesadillas. I like a good quesadilla. But like cheese. Maybe instead of like a chicken one, I'll do ham. So really it'll just be like a hot ham and cheese sandwich, right? Between two tortillas. But I will use naan bread. So it will be a naan bread quesadilla, Swiss, ham and Swiss. But I'll cut it in triangles, therefore it's a quesadilla, right? I couldn't, the trauma would get to me, yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not the gore, it's the hurt, the people, the pain people are experiencing. That's the part that would bother me. 1, 2. That being said, when people get hurt around me, I tend to not be, I go into like business mode, like let's get this fixed. Or if something's happening, like if someone's sick or anything like where there's issue with people freaking out about their own issues, I'm able to detach when it's people I care about from the fact that it's people I care about, you know? Like if Alex hurts himself, like he stepped on a nail in the summer, or when he fell off of his longboard, he fell off of a longboard while going down a really fast hill. And really messed up his ankle. Like the scars are still really bad on it. But he was like bleeding and then he went into shock. He was so pale and gross and he was freaking out like internally. But that kind of stuff I can like tend to a wound without panicking, but I don't think I could do it on like a daily basis. Yum, sounds delicious. It will be. Thunder is so well camouflaged amongst your clothing. He blends right in. He's a good little guy. Yum, sounds delicious. I can't help not helping people that's hurt. So I do it naturally. Yeah, like, I don't know. It turns off my panic when I'm dealing with someone else that I care about's panic. Like my mom, for example, it's like, if I had a cut that was bleeding, it would make her gag. My dad was the one who would do get the kid to the hospital type thing. Because my mom, she would handle it when she had to, but I mean, like, she does not like dealing with that sort of like wounds or anything like that, whereas my dad would be like, all right, come on, wrap it up, let's go, kind of thing. I feel like that's more me. All right, do you want to see this hexagon now? It's coming along, getting bigger. My panic worry goes away when it's other people. I'm able to help calmly. That's good. I've been doing some home care for people with disabilities and dementia and working with hospice, so it's hard to lose a patient, but it was awesome that I could be with them in that last moment. That's a lot of heart, a lot of, like, that's a lot, Mary. That puts a lot on you, so I'm glad that you're able to separate it as, like, your, that you got to be there to help. I'm panicking all the time anyway, so if there's an actual emergency, I have something to use the adrenaline on. Lol. Frida. Just in a constant state of panic, so when an actual emergency happens, everyone else is panicking and experiencing it like for the first time in a while. I'm just like, oh, now there's something else, something real to panic about. How convenient. My panic is well founded today. I am really actually wondering why that heart palpitation thing hasn't happened this morning at all. And it's kind of like bothering me. It's like as soon as I told Alex about it and then mention it to you guys, it's like my body's like, oh, you're good now. Now that people know about it, you're good. Oh, bye, Mary. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for coming. Maddie got into a small accident. I helped clean his scrapes and then bring him to the ER to get x-rays. Yikes. Accidents scare me. Literally, my biggest fear when driving is being merged into. That is, like, I don't like when people are merging on the highway. I always move over a lane. That's like my nightmare fuel for how I'll die, is being merged into on the highway. Yep, that's healthy. Okay, hexagon works. I can do a hexagon. Let's try and make a hat for Thunder. I think he deserves a little hat, don't you think? And I saw how Scrappy did it. She did it in rounds, so I'll start it in a round. I kept cool and grabbed a towel for him to tourniquet so we could get him to the hospital. Oh my god, when Dad got stabbed by a pane of glass while home cleaning out the truck, she freaked, I bet. I kept cool and grabbed a towel for him to tourniquet so we could get him to the hospital. That's crazy. He got stabbed by a pane of glass? I don't like that for him. 1, 2, 3. Let me try this double crochet hat. 1. It's pretty. I think so too. 4. My wrist is starting to act up since I've been crocheting so much lately. 5. I've been wearing my wrist brace to bed lately. Oh, I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about in the stream today to try and make it have a little bit more structure. Obviously that didn't happen. Taking video requests, that's something that I had to mention. Alex and I did yard work. We got all the whole backyard all cleared out for winter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just finish getting this to 10 first. 7. 8. 9. And 10. He was quite white and Ola broke a glass lamp once and got a shard in the head, loads of blood. I just calmly leaned past all of the glass, put him on the toilet seat, cleaned the wound that turned out to be quite small. He was quite white and quiet while blood was running down his face. That's Alex when he got hurt. He was white and quiet. That's called shock. The worst thing, we sat an hour. Yes, I raised hell. You had to sit an hour while he had a stabbed glass stab wound. Sounds like top quality care there. From the hospital, not from you. You did a good job. The other thing was to remind everybody to wash their hands. Don't forget to wash your hands regularly, everyone, because the plague is still here. 1, 2, and 3. And you need to wash your hands to keep yourself safe. Wash your hands, wear a mask. It's still here. Nothing's changed. The world is still on fire. I finished the moving vlog. That was good news that I wanted to share. So that one's going to be done, which means it can be uploaded now too, which is great. 1, 2. Okay, and then also new cowl I showed you. Big filming week. That's today. Oh, we went to the farm, my parents' farm on the weekend. Yeah, we don't go to that hospital anymore. Makes sense. We went to my parents' farm on the weekend, and we picked a whole lot of apples. So now we have a lot of apples, basically. Here's one of them. A delicious apple. I'd never seen this variety at the store. I'm sure they're at the store, but I only ever think of Macintosh, Red Delicious, or Granny Smith. Like, those are my 3 go-to apples. This is not one of them. This is like a white apple that's pink. I think it's called a Mutsu apple, but so juicy. You want a little piece? Here. My little fruit bat. So juicy and very tasty. and very white flesh on the inside, which is fun. You want another little piece? Good boy. Little fruit bat. Good boy. Anyway, that was fun. We picked a whole bunch of apples, and while we were there, somebody stole a bunch of apples. Like, they obviously, like, they didn't see it as stealing. They just pulled over in their car and, like, filled up whatever they had container in their vehicle. They just filled them up and then drove away. When my dad went to be like, hey, are you coming to pick apples? They just drove away. So that happened, and that's irritating because people are like, well, their apples are all over there. Yes, but like, it's a lot of work. It's like, just go pay $10 and get a full bushel of them without having to steal them from a farm. So that was annoying, but I picked a bunch, and I am now going to be eating apples all week. So that happened. And I think I think they're called mutsu apples, if I'm correct. I might be wrong, but I feel like that's what my mom called them. So if you go to a farm because you want to enjoy a day at a farm, just buy something from the farm people. Crappy people, totally crappy people. Like, how much work is it for you, really, to just not be a crappy person, you know? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, good. One more. 20. Just don't be a crappy person. That's all I'm trying to say. Is if you have the opportunity to not be a crappy person, I say just do that. Don't be a crappy person. So rude. Okay. Crochet together. Okay, how many rounds do you think we need to do for Thunder's head? Your head is so small and so goofy. But if we do 3 rounds, that might be too big for your little dumb head. How many rounds do we think? Let's see what Scrappy did on the Discord. Sorry if this is not interesting, you guys. 1, 2, 3. Really? 3 rounds. Okay, let's do 3 rounds then. Anyway, sorry if this is not interesting. I am interested, though. Oh, dog found last week. So cute. Join the Discord by... Oh, very beautiful dogs. Join the Discord by joining the Patreon. They could have stopped and asked if they could pick some. Yeah, and the thing is, if they had said, oh, hey, we're just driving by, could we grab a few apples? Like, my parents would have been like, of course, go ahead. Or if they said, we have a couple of kids in the car, can we grab a few apples for, like, for the kids? Like, people walk by with their kids and their dogs, and my parents all the time will be like, while you're walking by, you could definitely just pick an apple and eat it on your way. But it's different. These people, like, stopped and were, like, filling up bags. Like, they were, like, taking apples. It's different than just having a couple apples. Unintended apple trees are bushy and have tiny apples. Are the trees neat and the apples big? Then someone's working on them. Exactly, Frida. Exactly. That's, yeah. Are there other people in that field picking apples with their families that day? Then it's like a working farm. What are you doing? It just seems so... It's so disrespectful. I don't like it, okay? Just want people to not disrespect my mom and dad. I don't like it. 1 and 1. But totally, untended apples are small, and the trees are all disorganized looking. These ones were beautiful trees, where they were obviously cared for. But also there were other people there that day, picking apples. And there was even, like someone who makes cider at this time of year. Once all of the groundfall has fallen onto the ground, people come and they pay less by like a lot, like less than half price, and they get the apples that have fallen on the ground to make apple cider with. So there were people there like collecting the apples on the ground and putting them into like wheelbarrows. Like there were already, like it's not like there was nobody on the farm and they didn't know that anyone was there. Like, you know, I just don't care for that one bit. I find it so rude, and I would never do that. I just don't understand, like, who raised these people? You know, Laura, people getting older and you're becoming younger and younger day by day. Aw, thank you, Saeem. And although I harshly disagree with you, I feel that I am very, very getting older every single day. My knees crack just when I bend them now, but I appreciate your compliment anyway. I know it was well intentioned. But also, welcome back. But yeah, I just don't appreciate when people are disrespecting my parents and their farm. Like, they work so hard on it. My mom and dad really care about this farm, and they really, like, put in so much time into making it their thing. So it's just like, I just don't understand why people can have such a disconnect from food that they just don't even feel like what they're doing is weird. And then when my dad called out to him and said, like, hey, how's it going? What are you doing? He, like, jumped in his car and drove fast away. Like, that he knew he was doing something sketchy. So, such is life. The life of a small business. People always trying to be cheap and cheat you. For what reason? Why? Small businesses are literally, all the money is going to that family. Like, it's not like it's going to the Walmart Corporation. Like, it's going to my mom and my dad. The background is like from a magical movie. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I'm in my grandpa's basement. It's where we are right now. In his magical basement with a fireplace, which is lovely, and with a whole bunch of fun artifacts, which is fun. But yeah, I like it too. 1, 2, 1, 1. Sorry, I'm counting as I go. 1 and 2. And then 1 more. Right? 1, 2, and yes, and then 1 more. Cool! Now we've done enough rounds that we can just go around without any increases for Thunder's hat. Oh, I'm pumped. Thunder, are you excited to have a hat? I bet you are. I bet you're so excited about it. Okay. No increases on this round. 1 and 2. Maybe we should do half doubles for the rest. That's what I think. Also, sorry if this is not entertaining anyone. I'm not intending to be not entertaining. It's just that I'm easily distracted and trying to figure something out as we hang out today. So I hope that you're also working on something while we hang out and not, like, hoping for really good story times. I wonder if I have, are there any good story times I can tell you about? Also, do any of you guys have questions about anything? Because I can answer questions about natural dye, some stuff about crochet, but mostly natural dye I feel like would be a really good place to start, because I have a lot of things in my head about natural dye, so I'd be happy to tell them to you if you have questions. Or, like, I don't know, what other kinds of questions could I answer? I'm happy to answer whatever you guys have questions about. Also, if you have suggestions, not suggestions, more like requests, because suggestions are broad, more requests of what I should film videos on. I am taking requests for the December and January videos. So if you have any requests, what you would like to learn how to make that I know how to make, let me know and I will make that. I will do that, because that is what I like to do. There we go. All right, this is looking cute. This little hat is going to be cute. Thunder, you're going to love it. It's going to be great, buddy. But yeah. Oh, also, I found more moss in the neighborhood, so now I have multiple locations to harvest moss from when needed. How is it like to feel the snow? Cold. It's cold. It's not snowing here yet. It starts snowing this week. I think we're expecting snow. Let me see on my weather. Next Tuesday it shows we have snow. Need cake. I made cake. What kind of cake, Frida? But it's just cold. It's like shoving your hand in ice, except it's your whole body and it's outside. I'm not a big fan of the snow. I think I used to be when I was little, but as a grown-up, I'm not a big fan of being cold at any time. I like to be warm and cozy, but not boiling hot also. The particularities. What kind of cake though, Frida? Because I would like some cake too. There is a lemon loaf upstairs, but that's like, you know, Italian lemon cake with icing. Oh, ha! That's funny. My mom made lemon loaf, and that's what we've been having. Lemon loaf, which is like, it's called lemon loaf, but really it's like, it's a cake. It's just in a loaf pan. So, like banana bread is a cake, you know? Why do we call it banana bread? It's cake. Seems like a bit of a scam to call it bread. Okay, there. And then we will connect our round. Now it's time to put some ear holes in. That'll be cute. Oh, a little yarmulke for Thunder. You're gonna have a little yarmulke? It's like, I don't know what a yarmulke is. Italian lemon cake with icing. Lemon poppy seed loaf is good too. Is it like a round cake or a square cake the way you made it? Oh, that's a double crochet, Laura. Come on, we've switched to half doubles. Do you need any kind of fixer when dyeing yarn to prevent color from running? Yes. Hold on, one. That's where we connect. There, okay. Yes, you do need fixers. Mordants is what they're called, and for natural dye, you absolutely need them. If you're working with protein fibers, so like animal hair, wool, or whatever animal hair, Angora, what other animal hair can you use? Dog hair, I guess, if you want to make a dog hair sweater. You need a mordant to adhere the pigment to that fiber, but if you're using plant-based fibers like cotton or linen or whatever, you need a different type of mordant. So yes, you do need fixers for dye, absolutely. Hold on. Little ears for your little yarmulke hat. I feel like we might have been better off doing a double crochet for the way around, but totally. Different mordants you could use. People ask about vinegar often, but that's not a mordant. That won't fix your dye for natural dye, not to pigment anyway. Not to fiber, I mean. Not for natural dye. I know vinegar works for like when you're using food coloring to dye yarn, you can use vinegar, but not for like natural dyes. You need usually a metal salt, like alum, or so that's aluminum sulfate, or you could use iron, which is ferrous sulfate, I believe, in order to fix dye to fiber. Is that the right answer? Is that what you mean? Vinegar for acid dye. Thank you, Frida, for acid dye. What are acid dyes? And are they called acid dyes because you need an acid to fix it to the fiber, and vinegar is your acid? Is that the idea? A dye that needs acid to work? Because I don't know. I don't use acid dyes. I have food coloring, but I haven't used it to dye yarn yet. I want to. I bought it with the intention of dyeing yarn with it, but I haven't done that yet. Okay, I feel like this might be a little small for his little helmet head. I have to make it bigger. There we go. Oh no, why was Saim hidden? Dawn, why'd you hide Saim? I didn't see what he wrote. Yes, that's why they're called acid dyes. I use citric acid. Oh, okay. Yeah, so vinegar can work, but you can use citric acid? Is it because you can control the citric acid better? Alright, so let's give his ears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Will that be enough for your little ear to fit through? Maybe more than 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think 15 should do it. Oh my god, this is going to be so cute. I'm so ready. let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no, with a half double crochet, I should attach it. Citric acid comes in crystal form and it's not smelly. Oh, fair enough. Vinegar does have a smell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Half double crochet together. Oh, golly. And then we want that to be one side. And we need 10 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3 at the back. 1. Sorry, I'm thinking and counting at the same time. 3. There we go. We have citric acid because we had a lot of that from our sea spray. So we have a 50-pound bag of citric acid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have so much dye and citric acid left. I should sell it. Can you sell citric acid? I didn't even think about doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But not a bad idea because I have a 50-pound bag of that stuff. It's more than I will ever need, but I was thinking that I was going to be making that product for years and it lasts for a long time. So I have so much of it. I have so much ascorbic acid and so much citric acid, like more than I will ever need. At least more than I can ever imagine needing. All right, let's see. I feel like we need a few more spaces there. So maybe we'll do a few more than 3. I mostly meant the dye. Oh, what kind of, how is dye stored for you? Do you have it in like powder form? I don't understand. Not natural dye. 5 and 6, because we had 10, 13, so 6 should do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I stopped making it because we had so much stocked. Like, we made so much of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it takes a really long time to go bad. And also, when we were selling it, we were making it like for future batches, so we were making a ton at a time. So we were buying a lot of the chemicals at a time, and we just never ended up needing to make that much because we don't make it anymore right now. I mean, I guess we could, but we still have some on hand. Like, we don't need them yet. Don't need to make new ones. All right, and then we're back at the beginning. And now I can just go around in half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God, Thunder, you're gonna look so cute in this. Rue, work's been busy lately, just came to say hi, hit the like. Hey Rue, nice to see you, thanks for coming. 9, 10, sorry, I just need to finish counting. There's 10, now I need 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, one more, Laura, come on. 15, there we go. Also, glad you came, Rue, but also don't work too hard. 15. And now we'll half double into those. Did the company do well? Yeah, we did well while we were like actively producing and selling and marketing. We stopped marketing when we moved to the farm from Toronto. We stopped marketing a little bit after that, and so obviously sales slowed down, and now we just ship to the people who've been customers. Like we have a few, like an old folks home and a few swimmers who just order and then we just ship to them. So we haven't been marketing the product, so therefore we haven't been really getting new customers. But that being said, I don't know why, but I'm not super, I just don't want to. Like, I don't want to pursue that right now. I like that it's an option, and I like that we still ship out to the people we do, but I'm not super passionate about it now because I don't have a public pool that I'm using. So it's not something I'm needing every day, so it's not something I'm thinking about. 2. But yeah, it did okay while we were doing it. 3, 4, like it didn't make us millionaires, obviously. 5. But yeah, it was a good, it was a good side hustle. 6. If I had not done YouTube anymore, I probably could have maintained it, and it would have been, that would have been a good thing. For me and Alex, that would have been fine for my income. It wouldn't have been enough to sustain us anyway. 7. 8. Sorry, just a sec. 9. 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, it wouldn't have sustained us as a sole income, but with Alex's income, we would have been fine still, like with the two together. But it kind of got to a point where I was like, do I want to invest time in YouTube? The answer ended up being yes, so I did instead invest my time in YouTube, because that's a lot more work than you would think. Like, honestly, like, you think, like, oh, just hang out on the internet, no problem. I do that anyway. It's more than that. So it took a lot more time than I was willing to share with Sea Spray. Yeah, that's the whole story. The end. I store it in powder, and I had it mixed up in smaller batches with water so I didn't have to wear a mask all the time, and I only needed a 4% solution. Oh, wow. Yeah, I store mine in powder because it's in a huge 50-pound container of powder, so easy to leave as a powder. How did we lose a like? Sorry. Sorry that it got less interest. Somebody liked the video and then took their like away. Sorry. Anyway. Don't forget to like the video, everyone, because sorry that it's not likable today. I don't know why, because I don't have I felt like I prepared for this stream, like I wrote down things to talk about so that we wouldn't have nothing to talk about while we were hanging out, and yet it still ended up being a little bit less flowy, a little bit more sporadic. But I did write down, like, look at, I have a whole Monday stream page to talk about stuff. Like, I wrote down that I wanted to show you guys some of the books that I keep in my area, because I was taking out the crochet book to look at the stitches. Then I started looking at some of my natural dye books, and I thought I would show them to you, but then I got distracted by making stuff, so such is life. Happy Monday. But yeah, what else do I have? On my list of things I wanted to make, the next list of things I have is Bonnet, the baby bonnet hat, the baby pants, the avocado cardigan. I took it out again. It's here. It's on the desk. It's to be made. And then some hand warmers, Christmas stocking, granny square, an ugly Christmas sweater, and easy leg warmers. That's what's on my list. I wish someone would do my marketing. I'd definitely pay for that, but I haven't found such a thing. Yeah, there's got to be someone, but like, where are they? Can they come and help us? Can they just do all the marketing and the Instagram? Can they just do all of the social part, but also for like an amount of money that I can pay, please? Can that come in both? Someday maybe there'll be like a a bot. You can hire a bot. Oh, I need to go to the store and I don't want to. What do you need to get? Which kind of store? I have to go to the grocery store this week. It's grocery week for sure. I need to pick up some just regular stuff. We're just short on, I feel like we need fresh bread. I mean, I want fresh bread. I've been eating such nice bread because my grandpa really prefers specific kinds of bread, like from a bakery. So that's what I've been eating, and now I like see the loaf of bread that's like just a loaf of sliced bread from the supermarket, and I'm like, I don't want to eat that. I want to eat the nice bakery bread now. Okay, I think this is going to be the hat. I think it's going to be done after this. How many rounds do we have over here? We have 2 rounds here. 1, 2. 2 rounds here. 1, 2. When does it switch to 2? I guess there. Okay. Or I guess right here. Yep. Sorry. I think today is going to be a baking day. I think that's a good idea. It's crappy out here today. What's your weather like there? Because it is not ideal weather here. Not to me anyway. Single crochet, and then we'll do a slip stitch, and now what do? We have the little hat shape. Can I borrow your little brain, Thunder? Your little noggin? Walmart and the close one I work at, get some polyfill and some unmentionables. Very good. I love the word unmentionables, like for underwear. My unmentionables. Can I just shove this on your tiny little head? Where's your ear? There's your one ear. There's your other ear. See how it fits on your little skull? Can you put your little head up so you can see? God, you're the cutest dog in the world. Okay, ready for his little hat? He's beautiful. He's beautiful. He's ready for the winter weather. Do you think he looks beautiful in his hat? I can't. Look at this dog. Pitch black and cold. The sun set hours ago. Frida, I'm sorry. How's Peekaboo doing? Met Grandpa yet? Hasn't met him yet. Has not wanted to come upstairs, so she still hasn't come upstairs to meet him. But she's doing well. She's fine. She's happily living down in the basement. She explores the upstairs floor when everybody's gone to sleep, but for the most part, she hangs out down here. Sorry, I'm just using your, have to push it onto your little dome head. There. Look at him. He's perfect. Look at his little, he's ready to go hiking. Are you ready to climb a mountain? He looks like a mountaineer. Are you my mountaineer boy? You're so cute. With your wet eyeballs. Okay, so I think this might be a little bit small on the top part of his head. Maybe if I stretch it out a bit. You're gonna need chin straps, most definitely. He's just like never interested in being awake. He's like ready to sleep all the time. Okay, so for chin straps, those should go on these sides probably. Let's just hold on a sec. He does need chin straps. So this is just a rough copy. I'm using scrap yarn and everything. Okay, excuse me, sir. Thank you. Okay, so if we just tuck everything in, come here. Let me try on this stretcher out a little so that it'll fit on your big round head. Get those ears in. God, this dog. Why are you the cutest? Okay, hold on, okay? You just sit here for a sec. I'm gonna get that blanket up here so that you have something to sit on. Ooh, careful, don't fall. Ooh. Okay, sit. Thunder, sit. Now face me. Thank you. Good boy. Good boy. So handsome. He's so handsome. Handsomest boy I ever saw. Oh yes. Alex is gonna laugh out loud when he sees this. This is just a rough copy, people, so don't freak out when you're like, a piece of yarn is not gonna be enough to hold that hat on. It's just so I can see what a chin strap would do for him. He's so tolerant. Yes, he is. He's a very good boy. He's a very tolerant dog. Yes. He's also very small. I think he just knows that he's far too small to resist anything, so he doesn't even try. Like, if he tried, I wouldn't force him to do any of this, but he doesn't even make an attempt to get away. Like, he's not upset. Your hair, your dome is so round. There. Oh, you're so handsome. You look like a mountain climber. Oh, you're so good. Look at this hat. His eyeballs. Look at his little eyeballs. He's so handsome. Look, we match because we're both wearing naturally dyed hats or outfits. Look, he's got a naturally dyed hat. I've got a naturally dyed sweater. If I put my little bonnet on, we will fully match. Hold on, just sit there for a sec. Got it. Got it. We're here. We made it, people. I'll do up my little chin strap. Thunder can have his little chin strap. Look at us. Look at how cute we are in our little hats. Look at our matching hats. Here's his hat. Oh God, he's so cute. Mwah. There, now we can have our family photo. Me and Thunder. I'll have to make a hat for Alex out of the natural dye. Now call Alex. Hey, Alex! Alex! Yosha! Yosha! This house is like a catacomb. I have to text him. You look Swedish. Lol. Everybody yell Alex. Alex, come see. He'll come now. Anyway. Now we're ready to go mountain climbing. Me and my mountaineer dog. He's such a good boy. Wow, this hat is warm. This hat matches his sweater. I didn't even think that this is the same naturally dyed yarn. But isn't this hat adorbs? I'm like kind of obsessed with it. I think it's very cute. It's like perfect for winter. Canadian winters. Look at him. Look, he's so comfortable. Here he comes.
Nice.
We have matching hats.
Yeah, that's nice.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
You want one?
Probably.
Here, try this one on, see if it fits. Also, everyone says good morning. Or,
Good morning.
I guess good afternoon. Here, try this one on, and I'll try the smaller size on. I have to take my hair out of the clip, though. Oh, it's so fresh and clean. Can you come kneel here so that we all have hats on? Look at how cute we are. Look at our cute little family full of hats. Look at his hat. Do you see this hat?
Yeah.
Look how cute he is. Doesn't he look like a mountain climber?
Yes.
Here we go. There's the family portrait. So many hats. Oh my god. Anyway. You can take that off now. Someone snapshot. A squad. Yeah, our hat squad. Let me put my hair back up. You can take that hat. You don't need to wear it. I have to pee. Are you ready to go for a WALK?
Yeah.
Cool. Hi, Alex. Hi, Alex from Frida and from Mary Grace. And
Hello.
from Rue. They all say good, well, they all say hi.
Good
They didn't
day.
say good morning. They said hi. This should be your Christmas card. We would all be matching. Okay, you can take this off now. You good boy. You're such a smart dog. That's all. I just wanted you to see.
Cool. Thanks.
Tanya says hi too.
Wow.
I agree, that would be a funny Christmas card. Oh, we gotta get the bangs to come down again. They look cute, I think, having some hair out of the ponytail. Rue, brilliant idea. I agree. I agree. That would be a cute Christmas card. Gotta get little bits out that don't fit in the ponytail so that I don't look like I have the largest forehead that exists there. Now people will be like, maybe her forehead isn't as large as it seems. Oh, cool. We still on? A few more minutes. We're still here for a little bit. Thunder is embarrassed now, I think. He's just sitting embarrassed with me. Either that or he is indifferent to what's happened and doesn't understand that you guys are on the other side of the computer, so he just thinks that I'm just sitting here chatting. I'll make my boyfriend take a photo of my sweater. Awesome, I'm excited to see it. So on my list, not my other list, I did the cowl, which I like. Some of the books I keep, I'm going to show you them on Wednesday afternoon. Don't forget to wash your hands. Christmas decor is this week, because in Canada we're done Thanksgiving, we're done Remembrance Day, which means Christmas decorations are allowed to go up. So this week I'm probably going to take out, oh my god, my stomach just growled. We're going to take out the Christmas decorations and then put them up over the next couple of weeks, which is very exciting. Need to film the eco-print outro. That's another big thing I have to do. Taking the eco-print outro. I missed filming an outro when I still lived at the other place. Well, this is not good. Dad just replaced his taillights on his car and now the brake lights don't work, but signals do and hazards. Well, good that the signals do and good that the hazards do, but also probably important to have brake lights. Yeah, that sucks that he must have disconnected something. Sorry. I actually have to pee really bad. So I think I'm going to call it now. I know that there's still 5 minutes left, but I think I'm going to call it 5 minutes early so that I can go pee. And then so that I can take Thunder out for another walk, because we go for 3 walks a day, as I told you guys already. And now he looks forward to it. When I say walk or outside, he gets excited about it. My stomach is also growling. I need to eat something. Okay, friends, thank you so much for coming. Thank you to my patrons. You heard it? Did you hear my stomach growl? Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you all of my patrons for supporting me on Patreon. If you would like to, the link is in the description. And also, thank you for coming today. I love you. Hang out with you is awesome. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We do 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. But this Wednesday, that will be delayed. Tomorrow, there will be a video coming out as well. So come back in the morning. I'm going to be here 9 o'clock. The video will go live, and I will be here. We can chat in the chat for the premiere of that video. It's going to be a video on this, hammering, flower pounding. This is real flowers. I pounded these flowers onto the fabric. Is that not adorable? So you should come back tomorrow for that video. It's a tutorial. So have a good rest of your day. Don't work too hard. Wash your hands, drink water, all the things. And peace and love, you know. Have a good rest of your day. Bye, guys.